The bar sports and news back at you with another slip slap. You heard me? Let a few of y'all get up in here. I wanted to come in last night, but shit got hectic. Shit got hectic. Got a lot to talk about from last night and today. There's a lot going on. We need to just take control of the situation. That's all. I know people probably watching the playoff game. Toronto and Cleveland. Like this gonna be a good series though. A bunch of nobodies. Let's see how well Toronto could respond to the veteran leadership. What's up, the route? What's out? Because Cleveland got more veterans as far as playoff experience with Mitchell and Harden. You know what I mean? Toronto ain't never really been in that type of situation, but a few times since they revamped their shit from 2019 from that championship run. But they looking like they on a ride. Like them missing, getting rid of Anunoby and Siakam. That was a shocker. But that was the foundation at some point. But they went a whole different route. So let's just see if they can get over the hump now with the veteran skill leadership that they got compared to what they had after the Toronto 19 run with the mix and matches that they've been doing. But a lot of pressure's on James Harden to come through to help Donovan Mitchell win this finals. I mean, this series too. So it depends on what James Harden we get. We gonna get the regular season James Harden, or we gonna get the playoff James Harden. You know what I mean? So can he break out of that shell? Can he amend all the playoff blunders that he had year after year after year after year? It's going to be a big challenge for him. And it's a nice test to go against a young, hungry Toronto team. You know what I mean? So they was out. They had to go through the plan. They solidified themselves by the regular season, gave themselves a chance, and they made it. I like that within a young team. Let's see if they can keep building it and going in the right trajectory to trying to be a championship contender in years to come. And I like B.I. I like his game, but sometimes I just don't think he take it serious enough. He take bad shots, but when he on. I like his aggressiveness. You know what I mean? So that could be a good thing. They do have a ball handler and a score that they can go to. And they still got Scotty Barnes. They got some nice pieces over there. That Toronto team, they scrappy. They play hard. You know what I mean? So I like what I see over there. But as you can see, the title, I ain't want to jump on that because that's what I'm watching right now. Just trying to catch a little glimpse of it, give them a little props, But normally I'll be watching this shit to this playoff time. But depending on what teams they are, I like these two teams. I like they're young. You know what I mean? So I'm going to watch the Hyenas off the dump. I'm going to watch them. But let's talk about last night, man, right quick before we get into these games today. Man, last night, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. The first night I went 1-3 my picks, and I ain't want to pick them. What's up, the man King was out with it, and I ain't want to do no picks. That's why I told you I'm not a gambling or betting man, because I work too hard for my money anyway to be throwing it away on shit that I know ain't right and ain't fixed for everybody to win. So with that being said, Golden State Warriors. Step to the front, please. Man. That game last night, bro. Lord have mercy. It was hard to watch. From the start to finish, it was hard to watch. And then you had to know after Phoenix Suns been going through what they gone through since the bubble. Fight Chris Paul, getting to the finals, getting KD and Bradley Beal. They feel like they're supposed to be somewhere in that middle pack. They're not at the top echelon yet, but they do have a solid team. They keep a solid team around them. So people just waiting on Devin Booker to bust out of his shell and become that player we all know him to become because y'all be putting him on cold level. Like, I used to hear that shit a lot. Devin Booker, yeah. Come on, man. Like, come on, man. Kobe. See, this is what I don't like about this era too. 1 minute the rings count, then the next minute the rings don't count. But y'all know it's levels to this shit. You could be a great player, but you can't sit at the table over here with the niggas who got the rings, who led their team respectfully. You know what I mean? So with that being said, a lot of people, the coattail are getting ranked and think they supposed to be at the, why Robert Ory ain't sitting at the table? We got 7 of them bitches. See the difference? But would you put Robert Ory at the table with the Magics, the Birds, the niggas who had to lead the team, not the sidekicks that y'all be trying to put on Kobe and all that, not the role player, like I named the role player. But I'm saying, y'all get what I'm trying to say, man. It's levels to this shit, dog. It's levels. That's why I say they got a lot of great players that weren't fortunate to win the fucking championship. But what I like about what I seen with Phoenix yesterday, they didn't play like this in the first playing game. They was all was hampered a little bit, looked like he wasn't into it. But last night they came in focused. They came in focused and they was blazing. I'm talking about they come out blazing, you know. So when you look at it from that aspect of it, Booker have a mid-range game. Steph rely more on the three and driving and getting into the teeth of the defense. I don't ever see him use the midi like that, or like a KD, you know, or like a Shea. All his shit basically damn near predicated off shooting threes, and y'all know that. So what I'm trying to say is, if Booker could use that mid-range and he on, that's a better high percentage shot. And if his shit falling, now you gotta send help, and that's gonna open everybody else up to get easy transition buckets, layups, dunks, or whatever, wide open shots, wide open threes. So Devin Booker had it cooking a little bit yesterday to open the rest of his team up. I had a feeling after watching Golden State did the Clippers that I knew Phoenix wasn't going to do that because they have defenders like Dylan Brooks and other people that they can throw on them and harass and make it hard for them. And that's just what they did. They blitzed him and they got the ball out of his hand and made the teammates beat him. So my thing is, if you notice, because you don't have a Clay, you don't have a KD to help open up, stretch the field. The Raymond bitch ass, where you at? Where you at 32 and 9 and 10 at? Nigga, them people need you to score. That's why that 20 and 10 that you was bragging, talking about ain't gonna mean shit. That shit would have meant something last night. But y'all be on here capping for that nigga when you know he a system player. And if he go as Curry go. If they shit Curry now and that team losing, y'all know that. If Curry not playing, that team losing. Y'all know that. Al Horford wasn't no main factor last night. Phoenix just played an all-around better game, defensively, offensively, and they kept the pressure on. Like they wasn't scared of them dudes. And Phoenix saw how they lost. Phoenix had a chance to beat Portland, but they slipped up and let one get away. So teams like that, they know how to come back and win. Now, I didn't expect Curry to do what he did. I thought he was going to come out and still have a monster game, at least keep it close. But to be honest with you, bro, I'm not even going to lie to you. Phoenix put foot in it. And I'm talking about put foot and belt to their ass, and it was crazy because they made Steph look mediocre. They made Steph really work for it. And Steph had to do that against the Clippers. You know what I mean? So, what's up, D1? What you mean, KD questionable? I heard that on Man Down. Well, KD ducked this smoke. I'm telling you. Salute the Triller from out here. He got a little podcast. That nigga said KD got the mange. That nigga, no, that nigga head look like a dog with mange. You got to put some oil on. Go get some motor oil and wipe on that thing, and your hair gonna grow back. It's gonna fill them patches up. I'm telling you, shit look like Louisiana wetlands right now. That bitch underwater, below sea level, and I ate up everything. But yeah, the Raymond, where your bitch ass was? Yeah, better listen to Ziggy. Get your car door, but get your dog bulletproof, nigga. Listen, bro, I'm mad at the Raymond, bro. Because all that shit you be talking, that podcast that you got, you should be putting that energy on working on your fucking game. At least a little 15-foot mid-range like a Oakley or Horace Grant or your Udonis Haslam. You can't even do that. Like, nigga, what the fuck? If I was Steph Curry, bitch, you would be gone, nigga. If y'all gonna keep the Raymond Bill around him, then I'm gone, man. I can't win with this dude. Y'all killed KD for saying that about Russ. Steph just a good dude. He ain't gonna say that about his teammates. Shit, I would. Bitch, you shit water. Boy, get the fuck. Yeah, all that. What y'all fail to realize, they used to fight in the locker room when we came up. I don't know what they doing now, what they playing. Tone cars, what? Jim Rummick. If a superstar, I believe that too, yeah. I think Steph really scared of that dude. But for what? He ain't man. Listen, the Raymond ain't no big bad tough. We seen niggas punk the Raymond, like Tristan Thompson. All kind of niggas done punk that nigga, man. But he pick on the weak because he know them niggas ain't gonna fight back. So therefore you get no credibility. But if you was in the hood coming up in our era doing some shit like that, God forgive me for saying this, bro, but this is some real shit. And they know that little dude ain't with no trouble. Boy, the D boys, the jackers, the hitters, they'll fuck over you for that, dog. They will fuck over you for the go pick on somebody your own size. That's why, dog, boxing go by weight class for a reason. You understand? You ain't about to see no heavyweight fight, no featherweight, or no welterweight fight, no middleweight. You know what I mean? No light heavyweight, or no super. You know, it just don't go like that, dog. The Raymond fucking that nigga shit water, man. And then the first thing nigga won't come on there, the Raymond like Kawhi out. Man, Kawhi got bad knees. She-Rock don't count no more. She-Rock do not count. The man can't go left or right there, let alone go downhill forward without hurting himself. Say, bro, that's a big thing. If you do that, I'm cool with that. But dog, they put so much pressure on his own Steph. Dog, how can he let them little dudes rock out? All them dudes got handled. They could take the ball and get their shit off the dribble, get to the hole. Like, where the fuck Gary Payton the fourth was, whatever the fucking name is, where the other dude was, Mooney. Man, they got people they can go to. You know what I mean? They got young talent. You got rid of Kaminga. I know Kaminga would have gave you 15 last night. But Steve Kerr don't know what he doing. Don't know what the fuck he doing. And Steve Kerr, you riding the coattail of something you learned in our era and dominated this era with by winning 4 rings because you had the players to run that system. You understand? Why you backed out the Knicks job? Come on, man. Like, everybody want that shit already made. They want it nice and hot. That's microwave food. Then I don't want that shit. I don't want no microwave food, man. I don't want nothing processed. I drink water all day. I don't give a damn, boy. I'm not eating that shit. Nigga, it be some days I be like, man, I'm about to go. Man, I ain't about to eat that shit. I'm very picky now, knowing how the world is and knowing what they throwing on us and pushing on us, and we falling for it. So instead of calling it down the middle and calling it how it goes, let me see what they saying right quick. You see, the Raymond didn't do that when David West was there. Facts, he didn't do that. Yeah, I remember Ricky B. Shake for your hood is all good. That damn right, I'm my dog, Ricky B. At the 7 wall. That same Bernard is on the map and he don't play. Yeah, you gotta let the young dudes rock out. If you don't let them rock out, how they gonna develop and learn? Sometimes we gotta let them learn on the fly. That's another thing, Dubtown. And listen, you can't pick your times when to play defense on who you want to play defense on. Dog, that shit don't work like that, dog. It really don't. So at the end of the day, you got people out here giving them pride for doing nothing really. Ain't nothing that he was doing that a nigga in our era couldn't do right now with the way the defense is being played, the way the field is wide open. I guarantee you, Charles Oakley could hit that 15 to 18 footer all day. You leave him open. Only thing you want to do is set screens and pick your ass, stick your ass out. Talking about you the best screen setter in the league. Man, ain't no stat for that. When they start taking stats for setting screens, type of nigga, that's how they talk in this era. Well, the Raymond, you shit water, though. I ain't gonna lie. You need to just go ahead on talking about I've been in the league 14 years. But shit, it feel like 20. The way you look and play. You need to retire ASAP. They done got rid of Kayvon Looney for you, Wiseman. They had a nice set of big men. Nigga, David Lee and David West the reason why they won that 2015 championship. Well, David Lee, really. I don't think West was there yet. West came with the year after, I think. But Steve Kerr, that system win everybody championships when you got the players. But when you don't have the players and you don't know how to make adjustments, what the hell that's telling me? You can't coach. Then you got the Raymond out there. You need this another thing. They brag on a nigga defense where it's an offensive league. It's a positionless league. So why is you bragging on a nigga defense when nigga don't almost play defense anyway? So that's the only one y'all talk about who got lockdown defense, who could guard 1 through 5, bring the ball up. Nigga, we've been saying that since Magic, Pippen, Penny Hardaway was 6'7". Fuck. I'm just being honest, dog. Like, y'all act like y'all never seen this shit before. It's mind-boggling to me. What the Raymond defense was when they had to insert Iguodala into that motherfucker to stop the role player before he even signed with the role player. So why you ain't go check the role player? The role player had y'all down 2-1, nigga, without his two best players. And your stupid ass go sign to him. Straight flunky. Nigga, fucking asshole, man. About to sign to no nigga who calls me no chips, nigga. And my game gonna give me my bag. The role player say he locked in. What's up, Dave? Yeah, I'm watching the what you call them now, Toronto, and I'm gonna fuck with all of them today because I really want to see if KD bitch ass gonna duck out. I don't know who paid him. Then you must put that in the media like that, bro. You know, your legacy already done took a bath. So why the fuck you trying to duck any smoke? You still gotta redeem yourself for wearing that extra size shoe. Bitch, you should have cut your toenails, bitch, and that would have been a 3. You wouldn't have had to put no extra size shoe on. Big clumsy Lincoln JJ looking at. Fuck you 11, but you put 11 and a half on. Stop it, man. I can't keep feeling sorry for you niggas for self-inflicted wounds, bro. I'm just sorry. No, I ain't doing it. That's all self-inflicted wounds, man. Cut your fucking toenail. They say you're a tarantula, the ranch. You see how long they fucking feet, nails is on their feet when they walking through that bitch? You better cut the motherfuckers. I see you cut nothing. Your hair, your toenails, or nothing. So I already know how you living. You probably spend all your money on that fucking ooh weed. Yeah, bro, about 4-5 pounds. You just don't get caught. You smoke your shit. You ain't trying to sell it. And I respect that. They let y'all smoke that shit and go out there and just fuck up. Y'all be high as a motherfucker fucking up. I don't see why they let y'all smoke that shit. Y'all can't smoke and walk at the same time. Y'all gotta sit down and be on the sofa like Craig and smoke it. Y'all be imagining and hallucinating shit. Y'all be thinking it's there, but it ain't there. It was mind-boggling how they said this nigga was averaging like 5 turnovers against Boston. And you wonder why you got your ass swept. But everybody, he ain't have Kyrie. He ain't had it. He ain't had that. No, nigga. They say you was that nigga. They say you the best pure score since sliced bread, wheat bread, graham crackers, nigga. The first frosted flakes with the heavy sugar on it, nigga. Nigga, you cornflakes, nigga. Your shit ain't got no sugar. You like the nigga on House Party who make the Kool-Aid. That nigga pour the whole sugar in that Kool-Aid. The girl said, just looking at that, making my teeth hurt. Hey, Shireen, you want some Kool-Aid? This shit is crazy what I'm watching this. in this era because, like I said, the Raymond, you talk too much cash money shit like you know the game to be out there putting up single digits, bro. And you know that dude needs your fucking help. That dude saved your fucking ass. He the reason you got 4 rings. At least get a man 15 and 10, bro. Come on, man. Horace Grant was better than you, man. Stop it. That's why when Kenya was cooking your ass, I was this nigga said Popeye Jones. Oh my god. This nigga was done Popeye Jones. And listen, everybody who don't know Popeye Jones, y'all might think the name sound weak, that nigga ain't shit. But Popeye Jones was a solid nigga. Back then you had to just be fundamental. You know, you had height, you were a rebounder, you're a defender, you're a blocker, you're an enforcer, you act wild like this bitch is out here stunting like he need to do that in this weak ass era. Ain't nobody roughing nobody up like that but your bitch ass. They don't get no brownie points for that. You choking out Rudy Gobert like you doing something. Nigga put that man in a whole Kevin Von Erich sleepover. Nigga, what the fuck? This is wrestling we watching. Dog, wrestling I fought wrestling for this shit. I really do, dog, because when wrestling had to switch to entertainment, because it was like WWF Sports Federation, and they went to drug testing them nigga went to killing themselves on them roads and shit. Bro, I'm telling you, dog, I fought them niggas, man. Now they got all this shit WWE. Every last sport. And they like, damn, Vince McMahon is a fucking genius. Then nigga done brought NWO, he done put WCW together, he done combined all these. Now look at them. They done brought the Europeans over here even much more heavy. Even though the Europeans was in our league, but they weren't running it. Boy, these motherfuckers over here running this shit like for real. I can't believe this shit. These niggas over here running this shit. Where the Americans at? Where the fucking pride at, man? The Raymond. Where your game at, nigga? You need that 20 and 10. What do you think about Pat Bear saying how bad, man, Pat Bear smoking rocks and that nigga shooting dope? A nigga pay if a nigga pay you right now, you'll say anything separate unless you got morals, values, and ethics about yourself. You can't pay me to say no, man. All money ain't good money, bro. I've been learned that, dog. All money ain't good money, dog. Yeah, he was too. Man, all that shit was fugazi. We learned that shit coming up, but it was just entertaining at some point. We used to go to wrestling, man. They used to always be in New Orleans at the Superdome, at the auditorium, at the Louis Armstrong Arena. We been going to the fucking wrestling match. We been learned about a lot of shit, but then, like I say, if they fooling you with it and they got you thinking it's this and it's that, dog, like I say, look at Pat Bell. Dog, you know goddamn well, dog. First of all, this what you gotta ask yourself too. What made you say that? Who paid you to say that? Then you gotta think about this. The role somebody brought this up. Remember the role player was all about a farewell tour at first. Now the nigga don't almost talk about it like he trying to sneak out the back door because he know all the shit is coming out about him. People starting to nitpick, and the only thing they really giving him is longevity. You understand? But then they want shit on KD, they want shit on Stephen Curry for going join teams when this nigga did it and his shit count. That's like, no, that shit don't work like that, man. You can't do that shit, bro. That's why I do respect Steph a little bit, but like after I know Phoenix was gonna blitz that nigga dog and make other people beat him. And the Raymond, you fell. You failed, bro. You put that. Well, you see everybody. Oh, he had 32 and we won game 7. He made up for that suspension. No, he didn't, because they still lost. He ain't make up for shit. He should have went for 35 or 37 then. But only thing I'm saying is, bro, play the game on the wood, bro. You playing the game by talking on internet and on your podcast and interviews, running players. That shit ain't helping your legacy. For real, I don't know why they giving you more props. Dog, just think about it. You know how deep that 2015 team was? Y'all act like it was a derangement. Dog, listen, them boys had Barbosa, Sean Livingston, Ezeli. Them niggas had David Lee. Man, them boy, Maurice States. Man, them boy were loaded. What's up, Johnny Big Dog? Man, them boy were loaded, man. Hey, I'm about to talk about that next. You see the topic, Curry and the Raymond and the Magic big win over the Hornets. Because that's why I picked the Magic to beat the Sixers. Dog, them dudes big, strong, fast. They could shoot that thing. They could play inside with Wendell Carter and Bankero, and then they got Wagner. Then you got the backcourt with Suggs and man, come on, man. I ain't must know that little dude Black was built like that. That little dude Black, he like that. Young nigga too, like man. Listen, injuries, bro. Injuries are the real everything. But you can't cry. You just gotta play with what you got. You know what I mean? So they fought through a lot of shit this year, dealing with that shit. And I'm telling you that Bane, I forgot they even had KCP. That nigga ain't getting no burn like talking about it. But watch, they gonna need him against Detroit because both of them play the same style basketball. They split, I think, this year, if I'm not mistaken. Orlando ain't scared of them boys. That's not. That's why I want to see Detroit. This is gonna be a big fucking matchup. I knew Orlando was gonna beat the fuck out the Hornets because Miami was supposed to beat them. If it weren't for fucking Mr. Miyagi with his stupid looking ass over there. Motherfucking Steven Seagal wanna be. Oh, he went to Memphis? Oh, all right. That's good. But them niggas still loaded. Them niggas still loaded. And like I say, they got Baines. Baines a full-time starter. He got playoff experience in that West. Now you're in the East. Ain't got the competition in the West like in the East. But it's basically even to me, if you really ask me. The East catching up with the West slowly but surely. Because all the fugaziness that's going on in the West dealing with the role play and the movement with Anthony Davis, Lucas. It's too much movement going on over there. So the younger teams who staying silent and staying put, who building their shit the right way, that's why they always in it. That's why they always at the top. You understand? So if they ain't learned from the OKC, the San Antonio Spurs, the Denver Nuggets, I don't know, bro. I just don't know. I just don't know. I thought KCP was still over there though. But yeah, see, that's a sneaky. You got Orlando upsetting them in 7. It's a possibility, dog. It's a say, bro. Depending on how Cade come back, is he healthy enough? Is he strong enough? Can he weather the storm? I just that's gonna be a good series, bro. Man, that's the only team I swear to God, bro. I was scared of Miami from playing because they big, they strong, and they use their big men wisely. They always inside pounding the glass. So if you got Wham Bam, you got to do the same thing. Make them niggas play defense back. You got Bam shooting threes. You got West shooting threes. Man, what kind of coaching is you doing, man? This man 7 foot plus, and you got this man out there on the wing. If you don't put this nigga on the block and run pick, roll, screen, pop, or something, and get him closer to the basket going downhill, man, something, man, I don't know, man. It's supposed to have this nigga here, bro. I could have coached that team better than that, especially in that fucking finals against the role player. Once you inserted Kelly Olynyk, you should have saw that shit. That was the game changer. That was the checkmate. Frank Vogel played mind games with your ass. He went small, put Caruso in that bitch, and you went small instead of staying big with Kelly Olynyk. And Kelly Olynyk, the one got us back in that series. That shit was crazy, man. But man, I like it. I like what I see out of Orlando, bro. They're a young team. Like I said, they added a nice veteran shooting guard in Baines. No, them niggas nice, bro. They they don't be laying down either. Like they go out there and they play hard, bro. Whether they got their full squad or not. That's what I see when I be telling you about them young humans, but y'all gotta watch them. And I've been telling y'all, when I first paid attention to Ben Carroll, I was like, man, who the hell is this nigga? You think because he red, he ain't got no game, he won't be a pretty boy? Shit, that shit don't mean nothing no more. That shit ain't never meant nothing to me. But dog, I like his Boy, that nigga evolved. He developed his game. And when he get down here, she he ain't scared of that moment. He gonna take that shot. He, like watching him play, I'm happy Suggs came back because missing Suggs, you could see was a difference. The defensive intensity was there. He did Suggs missed a little time this year, and when I was watching them, dawg, they was in that like fifth, sixth, seventh seed, like they was in the middle of the pack. They ain't never fell to no fucking playing like that. Even as last year, they wasn't in the playing, I don't think, or the year before that. One year they made it outright, and then they made it in the bubble. They gave what you call a run for their money. Like they was giving Boston hell. Orlando always been in the mix since Aaron God. You can tell they was just chipping away, chipping away, chipping away. And Johnny, look, that's a great point you just made. Orlando got like 6'5", two-way guards to give Cade trouble, and Jalen Suggs and Anthony Black, friends gonna be guarding him, is not efficient when defenders are on. Listen, bruh, that's another thing I want to see when Cade got to adjust, because I can y'all hear me? I'm trying to fix my mic, man, because they had rain. I don't know this bitch tripping for it. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, I had to go another route right quick. So as long as y'all can hear me, all right, let's get back. So boom. Yeah, with the Magic, bro, I just like how they built and Johnny made a good point. They have 265 plus people that can guard that wing. Man, that's dangerous, bro. And he can shoot that thing. Say, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Yesterday, if anybody should have got put on notice in the East, it should have been Detroit. Cause this the team that I'm scared might show up, and I don't think Detroit have enough size for that. Now I like Stewart, I like Durant, and I like them dudes. They nice, but after that, you can't play them two together. You can't really play them two together. And what you call them got bigs they can throw at you. I'm talking about, like I said, from Wendell Carter to Wagner to the other dude. And I forgot. I almost know they had the dude Kane from from Miami. We had that boy. They threw him an alley oop, and I seen that. I was like, man, see, we let him go. We let Hightower go. Man, what are we doing? Like, Miami just tripping. And I seen the upside in Kane. So you mean to tell me this dude can't get no burn how young the league that done got? The old motherfuckers about to go. You see what they did Steph Curry yesterday. One down, two more to go. KD and role player, bitch, you on your way out too. Them young dudes gonna run your old ass off the fucking floor, and I ain't gonna be mad at them. Beat they ass. You feel me? The Magic looked good yesterday, though. To see that, like, now they could be inconsistent sometimes, though. They can be inconsistent, and that's what young teams do until they find their niche, until they find their way. They'll be all right. K already in the fishing. Put Suggs and Anthony Black and 6'10" Fred switching on him, and he's in trouble. Yeah, they have almost no other. That's what I'm trying to tell you now. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. I ain't know Orlando was that big, dog. And you can hear Stan Van Gundy bitch ass the whole game yesterday. What you call them is just playing more physical. They just more stronger. They bullying the Hornets. Dog, everything they wanted to do for us. Man, at one point, dog, them dudes had 62 points in the paint. I was like, God damn. I knew we would have punished them bitches in that paint. Eric Spoelstra with that stupid ass. I don't know what the fuck kind of play we be running around, man. I just don't know, man. Yeah, it'd be hard to watch, bro. And I can't keep flooding my brain with bad basketball. I just don't want to watch it. When it's bad like that, I ain't trying to be all in it like that. When it's only one or two things they doing, it ain't no ball movement, it ain't no post, it ain't no mid range. Man, they took a lot out the game, man. And they think that shit fun. They think that shit good to watch. It's like bad for your health, man. Like you can't be walking around loving this type of basketball. But then when you see the young teams and what they do, the effort they give, you be like, damn, man, we watching really two brands of basketball. To be honest with you. And this one I don't understand. I want to talk about this, bro. Bro, they killed Russell Westbrook because they say he couldn't play with the role player and they play the same style. So they crucified him and cremated him. But you and Luca play the same fucking way. Y'all trying to do it to him somewhat, but y'all ain't doing it like you did it to Russ. And I wonder why, bro. I just sit back and I analyze certain things like that. You and Luca play the same way, so why the hell y'all ain't cremating him like y'all was cremating Russ? But you sit out 20 games to show your frustration, like you heard talking about sciatic. I could never heard of it a day in my life. You know, they got all kind of new stuff with this new era. They always catching something, the flu or the bed bugs, the crabs, I don't know. They always catching something. Can't play. Toenail coming off. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm just saying, like, can't get no softer. You already called one of your top 5 players in your era Terry Claw, street clothes. Like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing here? But the, I'm trying to make a point here. So if you can't play with Rush, y'all play the same way. You and Luka play the same way, but you you play whole games in the beginning, but then you come out and you see them boys on the road. They ain't missing you. They're on fire. Whether they beat mediocre team, pool team, I don't give a damn. They got a winning record, nigga. They up there. They showing they can do it without you or with you, whether you go on or not. And you come back out there and you decide, look, I'm gonna play team ball. I'm gonna play off the ball. It took you a minute to adjust and do that. You round 18, 20, you know, you doing your thing. But when you hot, you hot. I give you that. I ain't tripping out that neither. But it's so funny how easily you could adjust to play with him and come off the ball and do all this, but you couldn't do it with D Wade. You couldn't do it with Russ. You know what I mean? Like, make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense, man. Y'all to say that style don't win, but he the only one was able to build super team. James Harden was able to do it, but he wasn't building no teams like that. He played with some people at the end of their career, like the White House with the injuries and all that. He ain't getting no prime the White House like he got prime this, prime that. You know what I mean? So come on, bro. I don't know, bro. It's just hard to break down sometimes to like really put it in perspective. Because if he'd have got the Dwight Howard that whooped his ass in 2009, James Harden probably would be a champion right now. Never know. But, you know, if it was a fit, we'd all be drunk, I guess. You know what I mean? So this game that I'm watching right now is a tight game. I got 48-44 Cleveland, but you know, I'm just in and out, in and out. I'm on here right now, just kind of concentrating on what I'm doing right now. But yeah, that game right there, man, I think the Magic can make it tough for them boys. Cause I don't think what you call them have shooters like that. Shooters. They got Duncan Robinson, don't get it wrong. I like the way they play and I like the way they get up and down. And Cade have developed a lot, you know what I mean, from when he first came in. It looked like he got it a little bit. So this gonna be a big test for them. Bigger physical team, just like y'all. They could shoot, they can punch y'all back. Like, you know, you scratch, I scratch, you pinch, I pinch, you know. I don't know. I really don't know. See, this the whole thing. People can't sleep on Toronto. And we all know. See, this the thing about this. I was always taught once a person show you who they are, you just gotta believe them, dog. You can't just hold on to stuff like that because it'll eat you up. So what I'm saying is this: James Harden had how many opportunities? The biggest opportunity he had to show that he can do it when Chris Paul went down when he was up 3-2, and you couldn't get one game. Chris Paul left you with a 3-2 lead, and you couldn't get one game. Come on, bro. No. Mm-mm. We not about to let that slide like that, man. I can't let it slide. It's too many blunders. It's too many failures. Now I don't know what it is. Maybe you know he like to go out. He like to party. He like to be with rappers. I don't know, man. Maybe he don't take this shit serious no more. Fuck, he got the bread. He just out here sucking up the funds. Like you, you do have a thing that's called stealing money. You got to know your time. And in this era, these dudes getting paid the most. Yo, look at this. At one point, Jared Dudley rode the bench down there 2, 3 years straight. Damn, never got in. All in the bubble. Got it. We want a ring and everything. You understand? Ain't played and nothing. Like, who does that? Like, come on, bro. Just sucking up money, just stealing money, man. Get that roster spot to a young dude that gonna play, that can develop his game. That shit was crazy to me how that shit went. How niggas just be out there stealing money and don't be giving their effort. If you don't got it no more, step to the side, right? If you blow your money and bullshit it up, don't come out here and cheat the game, stealing money, trying to get that money back because you done blow the money in your prime that you was supposed to be doing something with anyway. Think about this. Nigga said he spent $100,000 on 100 bonds. 100 bonds? I hope that shit was a myth or something. I know that can't be true. 100 bonds, dog? Come on, dog. Who does that? Then you in that business in the baby making it rain, shirt cocked open, showing all that taco meat on your chest. Come on, dog. You ain't taking this shit serious no more. You done had your chance. You saw, especially in 2012, if you show up, y'all can beat the Heat. Your numbers went down tremendously in that finals. You taking bad shots, you wasn't in tune. Like, I don't know. It's been like that. I watched him at Arizona State though, but I never really paid attention to him. And I was like, he nice, he do his thing. But then when you listen to real champions and killers talk about his game, and you'll never win that way. First of all, I remember when I first started my channel, I told niggas AI was better than that nigga. Nigga thought I was tripping. And y'all talking about he had an 8-year run. He scored this, he scored that. But that shit ain't help him win nothing. AI was doing that shit, winning, getting to the finals with no help. Like Finesse, no murk. Straight defenders. Carrying a load. Getting knocked down, getting back up. Man, James Harden ain't had to go do nothing. He had way more help than AI. And the further you got to the conference championship game, a couple of years, stop it, man. Nobody ain't about to respect that resume. I know I'm not. And I'm not about to put you over no nigga I seen had less help, did it in a harder competition. You goddamn right I'm not. I mean, hell no. That shit don't make no sense, bro. That's what I don't like about this era. Y'all quick to holler about numbers, but them niggas can't win it when they count. What the numbers mean? What the numbers mean? I was checking out, and I be trying to watch them, yeah, dog, because I try to support my people. But sometimes these niggas just be hard to watch, bro. Now check this shit out. See, when I say you try to keep your name in the algorithm by paying people or whatever your case may be, not because of the right reason, not because of your game doing the talking. So it came up that what you call them had said that the role player got to go back to 2018 for all of them to beat the Rockets. So Joe Johnson was like, "You think he can do that, huh? You think he could go rewind the hands of time?" But then it hit. Fuck, he didn't win that year. So why you got to go back to two? Like I could see if you to pick the time that he won. You know what I mean? To use the example, but that just goes to show you how bad they be want people. What's up, hard work? How bad they be want people, to be better than a motherfucker that ain't never really put the work in to be better than. Like, what made me respect Kobe Bryant more, it wasn't the fact that he shot those two air balls. Cause I know a nigga gonna make the right basketball play. How they try to clown Jordan, I know a nigga retired when playing basketball. I know a nigga that's gonna make the right basketball play and ain't gonna take that fucking shot. That's how that works. See how the shoe fit? But Kobe had enough heart to take that shit. Kobe was trying to kill something. I'm trying to win. I want this shit on my show. I want all the smoke. That's the only way you're gonna get better, by failing. This nigga was scared to fail, so he put it on everybody else. So you mean to tell me Y'all all of a sudden, every year is something new with these fuckers. Cause they gonna talk about if he do this year, and make him the GOAT. Well, if he do this, he get his ass knocked out in the first round. If he do this year, that's gonna make him the GOAT. He ain't get his ass knocked out again in the first round. If he do this year, he gonna make him the GOAT. Then he get his ass knocked out again in the first round. First of all, you see how hard it is in the fucking West, you bitch ass nigga? You ain't gonna have no 8 in a row over there, bitch. I don't give a fuck who you got. I don't give a fuck who you got. Y'all try to shit on Kawhi like his shit was a failure, which it was. Which it was. Especially the first year when they lost that 3-1 lead. Hell yeah. Man, that's all on him. You the leader. Fuck that laughing shit now. Where your fucking voice at, bitch? You better say something or perform. You better get it these niggas grill. All that fucking laughing like Pee Wee Herman ain't gonna fucking get it. You know what I'm saying? So y'all try to shit on Kawhi, but Shannon Sharp, let me ask you a question. Besides that bubble ring, you talking about Kawhi resume, cause you know a nigga don't count that shit. I know I don't. I don't give a fuck what a nigga say. Nigga want people lives on the line. And Patrick Beverly already told y'all to stay woke. So LeBron said something's going down. What he said, nigga, we playing. And guess what? They played, nigga. They played, man. But come on, man. The dude got power, man, for real. But anyway, let's keep going. You shitting on Kawhi career because he never did nothing. He never got nowhere. He got the one Western Conference Finals, and he couldn't play in that series because he wound up getting hurt again, and it was Paul George and Terrence Mann that got them over the hump to get to the Western Conference Finals from the second round because he got hurt in the second round. It ain't like he got hurt in the conference finals. Terrence Mann had to have a fucking damn near off the wall last night, 39 points or some shit like that to get them niggas that victory. And Paul George played solid too. So they wind up going to the conference finals and they lost. All right, whoop-de-doo. Besides that bubble, your role player got the same resume, nigga. First round exit. Didn't make the playoffs. Hold up. First, fuck that. Didn't make the playoffs. Did he make the playoffs? His first year, I almost think he made the playoffs. The second year, they won a championship with AD. The bubble year. Then it was first round exit. No, first round exit didn't make the playoffs or something like that. Nigga, that nigga got what I'm trying to say is that nigga got the same fucking resume as Sheetrock, nigga. So what the fuck you talking about? The same exact fucking resume without that bubble. The same fucking exact resume. First round. Then guess what? You try to form a super team and didn't even fucking make the playoffs. 33-49. Bitch, Kawhi ain't never went 33-49. I get mad. Sheetrock I ain't never seen him do that now. Come on. Especially with the team the nigga had. And you be on there deep riding this nigga. You little yuck mouth ass nigga, dog. Like, what's wrong with y'all? You know a nigga don't count that. That's why Chad had to ask you on your own show. So, you count the bubble? The bubble count? Then you want to try to throw Braid in. Ain't nobody playing with Braid. Nobody don't count none of that shit. Nigga, I ain't give a fuck about that. None of that shit that was going on with these people live. Nigga, any real nigga would know that, especially if you was losing people. I lost a couple of people to that shit. They say they had it. That was in my family, nigga, a couple of uncles and everything. So what I'm saying is, bro, come on, man, nigga won't worry about no motherfucking sports. Then you already was out of fucking sport for about 4 months anyway, and then they don't decide to try to crank that bitch up. They gotta rush back into the next season and all. Come on, man, they just doing too much. So let me tell you this. So why after the bubble and nobody ain't won't be that nigga won it? It wasn't no fans. He won it. Why he ain't win it again then? Tell me why he ain't win it again. I don't worry about he getting old. Fuck all that. If you playing, you getting your ass bust, bitch retire. Fuck it. Listen, why he never won that bitch again then? He got the same fucking resume Sheetrock got. Fuck. One Western Conference appearance, a buku first round exits. But the thing that stick out on that nigga resume, you gotta think about before AD got there. Remember that activate playoff mode shit and couldn't do nothing. He ain't did nothing with that young team. He ain't did nothing with them young boys, man. All them young boys still went on. Look, Brandon Ingram in the playoffs right now. Julius Randle bust his ass last year. But I'm just saying, like, make the shit make sense. But then first thing I'm talking about, he old. No, I'm tired of hearing that shit, man. That nigga ain't old. He know what the fuck he doing. He wants y'all to feel sorry for him, but not then there. Yeah. I done seen Grace, man. I done seen the best of the best. I done seen niggas play injured. You know, I done seen niggas that ain't duck no smoke. You know what I mean? It's just so much things that you gotta understand about basketball today has changed, and it'll never get back to being the real way as far as how we learned the game, how we came up growing it, growing to love the game. But they want you to accept it. See, that's why they say you can't accept everything they put in front of you, bro, because then you'll be lost with them. And you'll think that shit cool. And that shit ain't cool, man. Y'all know that ain't the right way. You know, if you would have told me the race was up and niggas still was watching this shit, man, the race was down for a reason. Now they probably went up a little bit because of the shades and the Jokic's. That was how they built it. You know, the younger team playing way better basketball than the people that they pushing and keep drawing in our face, like the old heads. Them dudes, look, sheetrock out of it. Y'all golden boy, the best shooter ever alive, is out of it. You did. 2 more to go, nigga. And guess what? One of them gotta go because they're playing each other. So they about to, one of them about to eliminate each. And guess what? I don't think whoever get out this round right here ain't getting out the second or going to the championship, period. Because them young dudes gonna run their ass off the floor. And after what KD did, look, the Lakers had a game plan the last 2 times they beat Houston. And they blitzed KD and made the young dudes make a decision to beat him. So would they come with the same strategy? Would they come with the same game plan? That have yet to be seen. But if they do, hey, it's mano y mano now. For real, it's really mano y mano. You gotta handle your business, KD. All that talking and Twitter burner accounts and throwing your people under the bus like a nigga don't know that's you. Bitch, it's time to put up and shut up. And guess what? You got the role play again. And this time y'all got normal teams. It ain't like y'all got no super team. Ain't nobody could be talking no bullshit. This regular normal team. You lead your team, he lead his team. You say you better than him, show it. Show it. You say you don't want to give you respect, you gotta earn it. Nigga, ain't nobody giving nobody nothing anyway. I ain't never, boy, give me Ben dead. Give me Ben got shot. Who giving anybody anything, man? You gotta take it or earn it or whatever. Nigga ain't giving it to you though. Believe that. The nigga ain't giving you jack. I want to see the highest order to perform at the highest order. It's time. I want to hear about your age. I don't want to care about your barber wasn't there, so your hair couldn't get cut. You like to play with your hair cut. I don't want to hear none of that. You've been walking around like that ant farm up there, that dry dirt. Keep it like that. But you better come out and hit 40. I take 27 in the victory though, but you need 40 to shut this nigga up. Cause you know he gonna come in and now he ain't got his 2 slingshots. You know what I mean? You know he gonna be out there. Click him out. Click him juice. That nigga gonna be taking all the shots. And they ain't be passing it to nobody. Watch. Yeah, that KD question before the night, but I don't understand why. Yeah, he laying down. He can lay down all he fucking want. But if he lay down, that's all on him. That's his legacy. I ain't laying down for no nigga like him anyway. You ain't lay down when you went play for Golden State, bitch. I don't want to hear that shit. And you came back and try to play through an injury. And you tore your shit. So you better go out there and tear it again. Ain't nothing hurting that bad that's gonna stop me from busting this type of nigga ass. No fucking way. It's put up or shut up. And it's time to shut this nigga up finally. I got a normal team, you got a normal team. I don't want to hear that bullshit. I don't want to hear about your sciatica. And bitch, I sure don't want to hear about no big toe on the line. Go out there and put it on the line and handle your fucking business. Look, everybody say legacy, legacy, legacy. When you get to that age, really ain't no legacy. Your shit is already in a cemented and built. It ain't like you're gonna win again and all that. But you just add to your statistical stats. Then you got people like talking about KD, Isaiah Thomas, bro. I don't know what your beef is with Jordan, bro. But dog, this shit been going on since I was 2. And I'm 48, nigga. You need to kill it, dog. Please kill it. Man, bust your ass, he bust your ass. You bust his ass. It goes that way, man. Come on, dog. You swept him, he swept you. And what? That nigga don't give a damn about that shit. Why'd you still in your fucking field? And you about, you put KD on the team. Man, stop it. KD can win 6 on his own team. And y'all say this the best era. He playing with the best shooters. The nigga got 2. And if he got, and then he let a nigga call him a bitch and ran them. Nigga, dog, the enforcer would have ate that nigga up and chewed him and spit him out. I ain't saying he wouldn't have got his numbers, but come on, dog. You can't be that soft, dog. You can't be that fucking soft. Niggas in your shit. Like niggas is biting you up, hand checking you. You gotta know what rules we playing up under now. You putting them in that era and you replacing them with a guy in that era. Nigga can't play in it. When I seen Boston put that bitch in HOD, I already knew the nigga was weak. Boston handcuffed that nigga from Jump Street, and that nigga couldn't do nothing. He couldn't score fucking 40 points in that series. Boston had that nigga shook. So, you know, come on, man. If Boston could beat that nigga up, man, come on. What you think that era was gonna do? Stop it, man. You just hate that man for something. I don't know why you hate him, why it got to that point, why it's still boiling over. Like you think everybody could just replace this man and do what this man did. No, they can't. That man put work in. That man hit the gym. That nigga worked on that fadeaway. Dog, you know this man averaged 30 for a career, shooting 50%. Then you gotta think about this. The most points in the finals, 41, to win, to get the dub. Like, come man, this shit crazy, man. I don't know what the fuck we be looking and talking about anyway. Like, why is we was putting these people that don't have to play under those rules and those circumstances and try to make it seem like they better than them? Like, I never seen us, like I keep stressing this, bro. I never seen a sport do no shit like that. Shit on people that came before them. Because you watered down the game because you ain't want to work on your game, because you stealing money, because you ain't want to go to the gym. You rather do TikTok commercials and put on wigs and be floating. And they do progressive commercials and shit. You rather look like Gold Dust and dance on like you on Soul Train. Come on, man, that shit ain't right, dog. When them dudes, like I said, when Kobe Bryant shot them 2 air balls, that nigga went straight to the fucking gym. Easy work. That's how you become a champion. But y'all don't like them type people. Y'all lazy as a motherfucker. Y'all want a nigga to give it to you. Let me hold something, dog. Loan me this. Let me borrow. Nigga, all this fucking money out here, bitch. Nigga, you shouldn't have to ask nobody for nothing. I don't know what's wrong with you, nigga. You nigga want a nigga give it to you though. Cause you got a name. Nigga, that was 10 years ago. You should be doing what's best for the team, nigga. I'll be running with the second stringers averaging 30, still getting my numbers, you dumb fuck. You trying to run with the starters. Your shit taking a hit. Then when you out there, you breaking team chemistry. You fussing at Austin Reed behind a fucking rebound, a triple-double. Nigga, the season almost over. You running behind one triple-double, your first one. You ain't like you trying to break a record or something. This nigga hit the fuck up in the head, dog. When you listen to the dude talk about sometimes, you already know you contradicting yourself, so you don't believe in your own game. That's why when they asked him, they got video of this nigga say, shit, I've been recruiting since 2007. Recruiting? He said, I go knock on their door and everything. But I'm listening to these videos, I'm like, man, this can't be a nigga talking about the GOAT. He gonna run around looking for help, killing the competition, thinking that's gonna make him the GOAT. No. Then he get on that bitch. Oh, I went to 10 finals in a row. Nigga say no, it was 8. Oh, how many it was? Bitch, you almost fucking know. Shit crazy. How the fuck you don't know how many finals you been to in a row? This bitch tried to sneak them extra 2 in there. No, it was 10 total. But the reporter said no, it was 8. He said it was 8? Yeah, it was 8. Nigga, dumb fuck. Man, this nigga, he a fucking asshole. This nigga don't know shit, dog. I'm like, what the fuck, man? And this the type of nigga they put on TV for us to mimic and look up to. And you'll never be Ali. Never be Jim Brown. You'll never be Bill Russell. The niggas who had to fight and go through that type of shit. Nigga, you got it like a newborn right now. They know you can't help yourself, so they gonna help you. They gonna give it to you. They give a baby everything to stop him from crying and whining. Like against the Boston, when they did foul you, but you out there pumping, like, boy, you know you ain't want to go to that free throw line. You know that's why you passed that bitch to George Hill. So stop acting like you built like that. And they already know who you was. We already know you, sir. Just take you on your little son, K-Man Jr. And he shouldn't even be playing basketball if you're a billionaire. My son health come more is more important than anything and come first. So why would I have you out there trying to make history knowing you ain't ready? That's just selfish to me, man. That should show you what type of dude. Yeah, the 2 extra treats out of back. That shit ain't work. That shit backfired like a motherfucker. See, that's like I keep saying. That's another reason why I respect Steph a little bit, especially his career and what he chose to do. If it weren't for the Raymond, he'd have more than 4, and we probably wouldn't even be having this discussion. Then the fact of the matter, I beat you 3 out of 4 times. Why is we even having this discussion? Because it was cool when you did it. It's a problem when I do it. So fuck it. I'm not about to let them. They let you do it the first 4 years, nigga ain't say nothing. Then you come to Cleveland and do it again. Hold up, it's our turn. So I'm just saying, like, come on, man. People want to catch it on. Y'all say it's a player empowerment league. Them dudes forced their way out of the contracts. Some of them play their contracts and go where they want to go. So it is what it is. I ain't tripping off of that. I just don't like how y'all mess up a good product, brother. That's not right. But looking at the Detroits, the OKCs, the Denvers, they still got their core that they drafted. And that's why they top echelon team. That's why they champions. They not about to bust their team up for no old ass nigga like that and have you running amok of our fucking franchise. You know what I mean? Trying to please you when you ain't giving us your all. It was a time they say he was trying to get people in Cleveland, and there was a time they said Paul George was gonna go, but then there was a time they said the reason why Paul George didn't go because he didn't want to sign the extension to let him know it was in all the way, because you know how he like to do it. You know he a 2 year at the debt, 2 year one out. I about last year, but I can give you 2 years, get them gone. And then guess what? Y'all don't understand how when you go to a team and you trade all your draft picks away and all the players that you drafted to get extra players to come over there to play with you, you're losing assets. But then you're gonna cry and tell me, man, we need this, we need a power forward. No, man, we need a shooting guard. Man, you had all that. You let that bum ass nigga destroy it. Flush it down the turd. And he ain't give you shit but a bubble ring. Can't get out the first round. Can't even make the playoffs. That West a different monster, dog. I bet you ain't begging for your respect now. I want my damn respect. No, you don't. You don't want that. You don't want that smoke coming from over there. That's why you're gonna try to run your ass back to the east. I know you're gonna try to run your ass back to the east. Guess I might just put something on my mind too. James Harden over there, Donovan Mitchell over there. This your last year. They already got whispers and when that they're not about to sign you up. You know, it's over with the circus is over. Man, I can't wait to see where you go. There's only a few places that you probably can go. You know what I mean? But I want to see where you're gonna go if you do decide to do that. Cause I don't think you're gonna finish off as a Laker. Cause Kobe already told you we don't hang banners for division championships. We don't hang banners for all that other bullshit. We hang championships over here. And you ain't hang one in so long, bro. Like, why is they holding on to you, paying you all this fucking money where we can't build around? And then we done lost so much assets with you, dog. Like, for real, we lost a lot dealing with you. So it don't make no sense to keep experimenting, playing around with this shit, just trying to blow it up. We got Luke, we got Austin Reeves. Let's get this 50 something off the books and move forward, bro. Y'all holding yourself back, fucking with this clown. Y'all know what type of pieces y'all could get with that 50, 52, 56 million that y'all paying this bum ass nigga? And the extra four you're giving Al Sharpton in the third? Come on, man. That's money right there. It's damn near 60 mil you could use. And this nigga ain't delivered. This nigga get knocked out in the first round. Hold up, bro. This nigga done low championship caliber standards to role play shit. But y'all want to talk about Kobe after Shaq when they went through that little rebuild. Kobe didn't even make the playoff. Kobe ain't made the final when he left Shaq, but he going to the playoff. Took him like 1 or 2 years to get his like, well, all right, but I'm gonna drag these motherfuckers to the playoff. You hear me? Yeah, you couldn't drag Lonzo and you couldn't drag Russ and Carmelo to the fucking playoffs. Something ain't right with that picture. But y'all want shit on Kobe. Man, y'all niggas smoking rocks, man. What's wrong with y'all, bro? I can't be serious with y'all. That's why I backed up off that shit too. Y'all niggas be trying to brainwash a nigga with that bullshit. And once I cook a nigga, ain't no, like I said, ain't no meat on the bones for me to keep going back on that bitch, keep saying the same shit over and over, sounding like them a retard or whatever you want to call them. Because that's what they be sounding when they don't tell the truth. Trying to help up for a nigga who's showing you he ain't built like that. And that's with any player. I don't care how much you like a player, bro. If a nigga ain't built like that, nigga need that much help. Come on, bro. And you still losing? Why the fuck you letting him do it? Ain't like he winning. But Shannon won't try to shit on Kawhi, bro. That shit made me like kind of high because, dog, if you really think about it, your nigga got the same fucking resume without that bubble. Without that fucking bubble, that nigga got the exact same resume Sheetrock got. 1 Western Conference Finals and buku first round exits. You know what I'm saying? But what the fuck they want me to do? At least he got out. At least he made it to the second round one time. He collapsed that first year and got hogged down 3-1. Your nigga was in 4th place when he got hurt. They lost the lead, slipped up. But now you can still make the playoffs. Don't act like y'all forgot this shit. He didn't want to be putting his fucking foot in his own ass, be tweeting and always on that motherfucker. But we always talk about Kevin Durant. But this bitch ass nigga can't stay on social media to save his own life. Oh, we about to activate playoff mode. A storm is coming through. Bitch, Katrina was in '05. It's 2019. Bitch, ain't. Harvey was in 18. So what's this the same as hurricane season? Bitch, what storm? Bitch, you just be lying, man. Yo, lying ass, man. So all this nigga do is fucking lie. Fucking storm coming in May. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Bitch, hurricane season don't start the fucking July, June, or August or something. Fuck. I don't know. But it ain't in no fucking May when you claim the bitch was coming. Nigga, compulsive fucking liar, man. Just tell the truth, man. Nigga respect you more. That's all I'm saying. The truth hurt, man. Fuck. On that fucking line you be doing. Oh, I didn't know D-Wade. They didn't tell me anything. I didn't know D Wade was going. They was trading D Wade. Boy, then you be lying with us. Know how you know a nigga be lying? Because they never want to look at the camera. They always looking around and shit. Go look at all this fucking interview when they be lying. That nigga always looking around, playing with his nails, always biting on this shit. Like, nigga, you that nervous bitch to answer the question? Time to let him go, man, like that headliner. Let him go, bro. Like that ball spot. Let him go. If you ain't gonna get road game for him, let that nigga walk, man. Take your son with you. So we get back to real basketball. Cause I don't like how you try to shit on the nigga when they all in trying to do what he did, but cause he got a couple of rings doing it. He failed, dog. Don't y'all know this nigga got a fucking losing record? I never heard of this a day in my life. A nigga considered as a GOAT with a losing record. That's mind-boggling within itself. Now, that's what they call diabolical and blasphemy right there. Our nigga is the GOAT with a losing record. That fucked me all the way up. I say hold up. So you mean tell me he better than 3-2, 5-1, 5-2, 6-0, 5-4, 6-4. He better than 11-2, 11-1, whatever Russell. He better than come on, man. Stop it. Curry 4-2. What the fuck? And Curry in his own era. And he beat your ass 3 out of 4 times. How the fuck it? Something ain't adding up with that shit, dog. A GOAT with a losing record? No fucking way. I gotta be Bobby Boucher to believe that shit. Mama say 4-6, make him the GOAT. Mama tripping too then. Mama better stop eating them alligators. Shit frying her fucking brain. Boy, the Cavs is beating the dog shit out of motherfucking Toronto. God damn. I know it's just a little home. And Cavs got to win this because New York bust their ass when they was expected to win. They lost last year. So they got a lot to prove, bro. They got more to lose. I mean, they can't lose this series not to know Toronto. They better ball out. Because Toronto ain't gonna lay down. Toronto ain't gonna lay down on the boys. But yeah, back to this fucking flunky. This goddamn junkie. Cause that nigga can't lead them. And this another thing, bro. You know how the media cover everybody, scandal, tell them they wrong, stay off the weed. But you don't never hear no nigga cover this fucking allegation of these PEDs, these EPOs. This shit crazy, dog. What makes him so off limits? Because I know one thing. I've been around a minute. I've been around a minute, dog, and I'm not gonna lie to you. They locked Southwest T baby mama for spending money and got 9 years. All these people implicated in this thing in your camp. Even when Tristan Thompson got popped for 25 games. Come on, man. Come on, dog. Like, the shit be right in your fucking face and niggas still be blind. Oh, we ain't got no evidence. We ain't got no proof. Boy, that would have been a black family. Or anybody family. Fuck a black family. That's a whole RICO act, boy. Nigga going through time, all kind of shit. But you gotta, I understand you gotta protect the investment. They've been investing in this young man since high school, promoting him and doing these things. But that's what I say. When you're not earning it and it's given to you, you don't know what to do. You ain't gonna know how to cherish it. You don't know how to handle it. That's why you got all these fucking errors. But if you was out there working on your game, learning how to shoot a mid range, because with the Spurs did your ass in 2007, god damn. Dog, to be honest with you, yeah, they didn't have Ben Wallace. But what you did against Detroit, that was the same style defense. They just ain't had no big man to stop you from driving. But you was shooting that bitch, you was on, you was driving, you was doing everything. And Shannon won't come on there talking about the 29, 28, 25 straight points, which you did against Detroit. But that very next series when you got in the finals against that same style defense, your average went down and you shrunk. But everybody blamed it on the players that was around you. That was kind of like crazy. Because if you think about it, I want him to remember by no young age because nigga done broke that shit down. Magic was young when he won his first finals, when he had to play center and hit that hook shot. There was so many people went to their first finals and played way better whether they won or lost. But your numbers went down, my nigga. Your shit decreased. I'm talking about like your shit came out the cleaners and them bitches was starched. And as soon as you put them on, you knock the whole crease out that bitch. Them bitches decreased. Like it ain't nowhere in the world you can sit here and tell me from 2007 to 2011, the same fucking player can't get out of Boston, can't get past Orlando. Bills are fucking man, bro. When that nigga made that decision, I was at work and we had the TV on in the kitchen. And then everybody, man, where he gonna go? Where he gonna go? Man, he going back to woo. He going back. He going to Chicago. He trying to catch Mike. Boy, Miami wasn't. Even though they were talking about Miami with the D-Wade shit, nobody didn't think they could pull that shit off though. They moved heaven and earth. They had to get rid of Michael Beasley draft picks. They got rid of they top 2 draft picks to get this nigga and Chris Bosh. Michael Beasley and somebody else we drafted high the year before that. It did. I forgot it was. But then I was like, damn, shit. Let's see how this shit work. Now, me knowing basketball, you only got one ball, dog. That bitch ain't gonna go around that many times and they ain't gonna get their somebody ain't gonna get their numbers. You dig? So my biggest thing is this. Well, I know Chris Bosh might have to sacrifice. His numbers gonna drop. I know. So I wasn't really worrying about him. So now if the thing came in between, well, D-Wade and him, D-Wade just averaged 30 the year before that, led the league in scoring. Is his number gonna drop? Is he gonna take the back seat and be the side? How the shit gonna go? Like I say, you only got one ball. But I never imagined in 100 years of seeing a perform. And y'all can talk about that Russell Westbrook and Magic Johnson. This is the worst point guard player I ever seen in NBA history. Bruh. Well, you want to talk about the worst superstar play in NBA history on the biggest stage? Man, ain't nothing bigger than that one. Because you know why? Once again, you put your foot up your own ass because the man and say, how many times y'all think you're going to get 1 or 2? Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6. Well, you going to keep going. The nigga want to cut you off. That's why D-Wade put his head down and like kind of shrugged that shit out. Like, man, this nigga crazy. Nigga know that shit is impossible. But no, your stupid ass really thought it was like that because you was building something. But not knowing you was going to be the weakest link the whole time. That shit crazy within itself, man. Like, sometimes you just got to know who you dealing with. What's up, Mr. Adams? Oh, yeah, that's my brother, man, all day long. I mess with everybody. Fuck, I be listening to everybody's channel. It's just like, I'm going to keep it real with you, dog. There's a lot of shit that happened, and I'm not trying to play no, be caught in the middle of no other nigga problem and beef. So I just keep it neutral. And then when I try to say something about it, shit had went left, and niggas just misunderstood me on it. You understand? So what I just did, I just stayed neutral. I met everybody over here, nigga ain't did me nothing. It ain't my beef. It ain't my problem. I still support him. I still listen to him. I just, I'm just cooling though. I just be doing my own thing. I be in my own world. Like I got real life situations going on out here. I got kids, all type of shit. So I wasn't even much. That gave me time to just back off and just concentrate more on them. You know what I mean? Because then I went through a little separation with my baby mama and shit. So that was another thing. That I reason why I backed off because I was on this bitch too much, man. Like too much. And somewhat I felt like I was neglecting my people, but nigga was like, you can make money with this shit, but nigga, I already knew when you spitting that real, nigga ain't trying to, promote that shit. Nigga ain't gonna push that shit. Nigga want that bullshit. You dig what I'm saying? So I ain't in the business of trying to get nobody locked up, continue no beef going, add fuel to nobody fire. Man, put that shit out. That's what they want us to do. That's why I don't cover certain shit. You know what I mean? Like everybody else. Yeah, it's all good, man. I'm back around it. This like my third or fourth day doing this shit straight. I'm just getting back in the groove of things. You feel me? So share like this thing, whatever. Just it's all good. I just try to tell what I see. As far as off the eye test, because as you can see, a nigga could tell you anything, but what he telling you ain't adding up to what's going on. So sometimes you got to go off the eye test, and I don't be mad at that. I ain't tripping. If you say this, you say that. I ain't. That don't mean I'm gonna believe everything you say. I'm still gonna go fact check it myself. I'm still gonna go off the eye test. Yeah, that Tom Grant. Listen, R.I.P. that man. Ain't that's the one that came out? No, hold up. Which one is Tom Grassi? I thought you was talking about the dude who was in Miami. Peter. I forgot the dude name, man. It sounded like him. That's what I'm saying. Sports Mark, and then that's another thing. Like everybody that I met over there. I ain't met y'all because y'all had channels. I'm talking about for like 2, 3 years, maybe 4 years strong, nigga. Some of them more than that. I'm just counting years when I had first started before it popped off. That's how tight we was. And we still tight, but I could tell the division, I could tell the divide, and I could tell the tension. And me being one of those dudes that came around that shit that played the game like that, that's not a good feeling, bro. And people gonna feel a certain way. So what you need to do is you oh, that's the dude. Yeah, I was doing a San Francisco game. I was doing a San Francisco game for a night. That dude, yeah, he pumped my shit up that day. Salute to Tom Grassi. Yeah. I respect that. That's how it's supposed to go. Just go through, help people channel grow. People be holding information back for what? Oh, they got enough money out here for everybody. And the nigga ain't never put me on the type, on the part where you can do this, you can do that to get your shit monetized and get paid for it. I just do it for the love. You feel what I'm saying? I really, that's why I go to work. And if I do get paid for the shit and they start piling me off, you can't tell me how to promote my brand or tell me how to talk. That's one thing. Because when comedians hit that stage and they go on there, it be disrespectful shit. They cussing all day. Y'all pay them thousands and millions to do shows and tours, but you want to try to hold a young dude down. What last time I been down there was for New Year's. I had went down there for New Year's. That was my last time down there. I was just telling my cousin the other day I was on the phone with him when I'm come through. We got a family reunion in New York at the end of July. So everybody getting their little stuff ready for that. So we about to hit New York again. It's gonna be like our third time going since we started the family reunion back in '90. So we've been doing this shit every other year. We go to a different little spot where our family members at. And I ain't must know we had family all over. I'm talking about Cleveland, Princeton, everywhere. And we San Francisco, Chicago, we hitting all these spots. You know what I mean? And it's a good feeling to meet people that's not from where you at, learn different cultures. Cause like I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. When I moved to Oakland, when I moved to Houston, when I went to San Antonio, like different little spots that I lived in after Katrina, I saw which is more than just New Orleans, how they had us thinking, crab in the bucket mentality. More opportunity, it's nice people everywhere, dog. It's just when you know what you're looking for and you know what you're trying to accomplish, you can't be hanging around no fucking niggas. That's all. What's up, Freddie G? What's up with it, baby? You just can't be hanging around no fuck niggas no more. And what I mean by that, that's the niggas who will throw you under the bus to say they ass. And that's how the game is. And then like I said, when you have kids, man, yeah, it's been a minute. When you have kids, it ain't really about you no more, man. It's about providing for them kids. It's about being there for them kids. A lot of people don't understand that part no more, and they're still stuck in that childish mentality. That's why when I had broke my situation down, how I felt about the Gucci, man, the dude just trying to elevate and evolve, like, and then this what I want to talk about too, bro. I wanted to do a video on this yesterday, but like I said, I got caught up and I got tied up. Then the rain was coming in and been raining off and on. Let me tell y'all about this word karma. All the dirt you did, motherfuckers, living that life. Karma ain't got no date and no goddamn name. You heard me? Cause if that shit don't fall back on you, it fall back on your kids. That shit might not come when you out there doing dirt. That shit gonna come when you're trying to change your life majority of the times. And I'm a living proof and experience of that. I fight with that shit every day. And I'm telling you, that shit is not a good feeling. So that could have just been karma for all the dirt that he used to do. They always say he a jacker, he a real street nigga, and this and this and this and that. So guess what? Are you out there hurting innocent people, jacking innocent people who working hard for this shit? Boy, they got a God say high, but he look low. You gonna go to jail. You gonna go to jail. And the nigga gonna get you when you not worrying about doing that shit no more. Nigga, no, now you're a family man. No, I remember what you did when you was out here, nigga. Fuck all that. Let me get that out you, nigga. Like Cheeky Black. Let me get that out you. You hear me? Dog, you ain't no changing. You can change, but when I'm saying ain't no changing what you did, people. That karma ain't got no date, boy. That bitch ain't got no time. That bitch will come back anytime. And when they come, you can't play. That's why people feel like you a snitch. You can't play victim. You got to keep that street law. But then when it's time for us to evolve, when it's time for us to leave that shit alone, you can't let that shit forever because you already know it's only two places you're gonna wind up if you keep doing that shit. Dead or in jail. A nigga gonna shoot at you, nigga popping at them. Who won't live like that, man? You can't ride nowhere with your family. You can't be around your family. If a nigga come dumping somebody, might get hit innocent who ain't got nothing to do with it, came but live their life. One of these babies or these kids ain't even get a chance to live their life. So what I'm saying is, bro, you like Juvie said in the song, man, you gotta know when to think, gotta know when to move out. You gotta read through the line, gotta know what these hoes about. You gotta separate your business from your family and kids. Because in the end, these niggas, they plotting to do you in the end. Or I say, I done did dirt. So my consequences is when I'm in it, let my shit burst. Trying to knock out a nigga ditches. Man, go listen to that demand. On that 400 degrees. Man, that nigga went crazy on that bitch. Message like a motherfucker. And I'm used to niggas who will rob your ass without a mask. And Drew been tell you in the song too. He ain't hiding, still riding in the jets. Nigga ain't hiding or riding. Nigga ready for that shit. He just won't see if you gonna bring it. So he can know how to play it. But if he see you ain't with that shit, he gonna walk that bitch all day and try to plot up and wait till you come up again and keep getting your ass till you make a name for yourself. Like I say, cut your way in the cycle, it ain't gonna never end. But we gotta kill that shit. We gotta stop thinking like that. We gotta be willing to evolve and adapt. And that's why I don't knock what Gucci Man did. Because if he was in the streets, that'd be something different. The man, the family man. You know, I don't know what he's doing in his personal life. I don't know if he's still in the streets or not, but I don't think he is. Yeah, he shouldn't be. But fuck, it is what it is. You don't never know what a nigga got to do to get money or keep their funds coming in and live that type of life. Because that shit costs. To live that type of lifestyle, that shit costs, man. And it might cost you your fucking life if you don't know what you're doing. But to each his own, man. But to each his own. You feel me? Yeah, there's more opportunities in Houston. There's more opportunity everywhere I went. I'm from a small city. And think about it, dog. let's keep it real. Why you think every small city they always get their big athletes and send them to the big city? And what the first thing they say, the reason why they did it. Oh, so they could get the marketing, so they could market them well. It's a bigger market. We could promote them. Like, hold up, hold up, hold up. Y'all doing all that? Come on, bro. It shouldn't have to be like that, dog. I'm being real. Like, that's the thing that shit was tampering with AD, man. I don't know. Chris Paul on that motherfucker. I mean, Rich Paul on that motherfucker talking about they should trade Austin Reeves to Memphis for Jared Jackson. Like, what the fuck? These niggas be tampering all over the place. And these niggas don't get no slap on the wrist. They don't get nothing, dog. I'm like, man, what the how these niggas beat that charge? It's crazy. But hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. If they let you get away with it and now and you ain't gonna get punished for it, guess what? They gonna keep doing it. They gonna keep doing it, and guess what? That's messing the product up, the integrity of the game. And some people giving them props for these stats and how they doing it. I remember they came out videos talking about Jordan 1988 season was inflated. They gave them numbers and woo woo woo. Boy, if it weren't for AOH, I wouldn't know half of this stuff because I already seen it, but I wasn't sure. You know, because they'll count it and they'll have you thinking you tripping. They want the coach fired again for what? I like that nigga. That coach nice. You could tell he. Listen, that's a bad move if they do that. I like the way that coach got them playing. For real. At least he holding. See, that's another thing about this era. They so used to the superstars doing the people came before them. If a coach be hard on you and trying to hold you accountable, you know, some people don't like that. So you'll feel like, man, this nigga tripping, man. We gotta get him out of here. Why you trying to get him out of there? That man trying to only make you better. It remind me of the role player. Because when the role player first got there, Paul Silas had them in the fifth spot. It was in the playoffs. Paul Silas wanted that dude to learn how to play on the block and get him off the ball and not be so dominant. But he think his shit don't stink. Well, I've been doing this shit since 8. He told you that. The boy be lying, man. The boy just a compulsive fucking liar. I'm telling you. That nigga got Paul Silas fired, nigga. And they missed the fucking playoffs. So where all that shit you been doing since 8 at? And we had Paul Silas in New Orleans for a minute. That dude ain't no fucking bad coach. That dude was a good coach. That dude wasn't like he wasn't no slouch. What I'm saying. And if you gave him the nice pieces and the team, they was gonna play hard for him. He was gonna get the best out of him. Dog, you got that man fucking fired because that man trying to get you to play on the block and play back to the basket, off the ball. Something you refuse to do that people said that you couldn't do anyway. So that was your time to shut up the critics. But your bitch ass ain't want to do that. You ran from that smoke once again. You dig what I'm saying? And guess what? That shit caught up with you in the long run. Look at their record. And now you out there fading away, won't go on a post like you Kobe John with the dream shake, doing all that fugazi and shit. But a nigga try to teach you that's your first 2 years in the fucking league. And you got the man fucking X'd about it up. That's why I thought, like I said, bro, you had players in that era got coaches fired too, but come on, dog. Not for no shit like that. For trying to elevate your game. I say, but check this out. If that would have been anybody else, sports mark, let's keep it real. Third coach in 4 years. Boy, come on. They'd be killing it. Oh, he a coach killer. But no, the coach don't know what they're doing when they playing with him because his system always works. His system always works. They saying KD questionable. Man, that's bullshit. KD's running, ducking that smoke. Yeah, that's all I could see. He trying to help that nigga get to that second round. And I don't know why you trying to help him get to the second round when y'all already said the dude is out for the season or whatever. So y'all got him over there rushing to get all these shots and all this treatment so he could be back by at least the second round of the Western Conference if he could hold tight and hold fourth down. Which that don't make no fucking sense because now you jeopardizing your future knowing he about to go out and you gonna need him to carry the rest of the fucking weight down the rest of his career. So why would you jeopardize his career for the role player? Let that nigga go out there and take his L like a man. He say he still got it. He the GOAT. I can still do this shit. They always catching him on that court talking that bullshit. He say he can still do it. Go out there and do it. You and your little son, Captain K-Man and son. Go ahead. He should give you some of the hell on his fucking head to cover that fucking ball spot up. Oh, that nigga stressing out there. He know he can't win. And this another thing. Even if they say he don't know about the AD trade, you know why it's hard for certain people to believe that? Because you and Rich Paul so fucking tight. That's his agent. If any trade go down, don't the agent supposed to hear about it first? And they contact the agent, look, we got a deal on the table. So how the fuck LeBron didn't know about it, whether he try to play like he didn't know or not? If that's his agent and that's your boy, and all y'all underclutch some kind of way, that shit just don't make sense to me, man. That's why I say people just I don't know. Maybe they're not thinking right. I just don't know, dog. I just don't know. Yeah, me and my brother out here grinding. Well, if I'm a worker, I'm gonna put it this way: if I'm working, but I'm always with my brother who the hustler. I'm always hanging around with his friends because that's our neighborhood. Man, they got pictures of everybody. And when that fucking Rico ad come down, whether I'm doing it or not, nigga, they picking me up too. Ain't no skipping me. Letting me go and picking up the other five. Boy, everybody going for that ride, and y'all know this shit. So where they do that at? Where they do that at? I just don't understand, bro. They be protecting and hiding people for so long. Let the truth come out. The truth shall set you free. Y'all been lying for fucking 500, 600 years, fucking 1,000 years, bitch. Tell the truth since the BC days, probably. AD days, but tell the truth, man. This just don't make fucking sense, bro. How they protecting and procrastinating and trying to pump up something that's not really there. Because if you're not pumping up yourself, on to the next. On to the next, man. Like don't you never should want to be stuck on one thing and one like that's the only thing bringing in money for you. Man, you got 400 some other players out there that generate money for this league. That generate money for this league. Ain't nowhere in the world nobody should be talking about this shit on ESPN or trying to investigate this shit. That's fucking bullshit, dog. And not only one person said it, two persons said it. Not only two people said it. Now you got this football player who won a Super Bowl for the Seattle Seahawks saying the shit. And this nigga don't almost play basketball. Like, come on, make it make sense, dog. All them dudes rub elbows and echelon, they be talking when they get drunk at these parties. Yeah, man, let me do what I want to do, man. Nigga don't fuck with me. They know I'm a cat cow. Nigga just that cocky, man. Everybody that shows you that. And cockiness to get you where Diddy ass said in the long run. Thinking money can buy everything. Thinking you can beat every charge. When they got cameras everywhere out here. And not one time, and this is another thing I don't like about the whole situation too. Instead of you not ducking the question or answering the question, This your response. I never cheated the game. Well, why the fuck you gotta say it if you never cheated the game? Man, this the type of shit I be talking about. Instead of checking niggas, pulling up on niggas like you did Stephen A. You ain't put up on Chow. You ain't put up on KG podcast. Come on, man. No, bitch ass nigga, man. This nigga a fucking hoe, man. No, I don't know what y'all saying to do, man. Throw rocks and hide your hands. Ain't talking about I ain't throw nothing. Like Eddie Griffin said. I ain't throw not one stone. Bitch, you throw 20 stones just not. All them bitches miss. All of them. But a nigga throw one and give your ass a ball spot and you crying. Ain't nothing like when he got that lady thrown out for heckling his ass. Nigga, John used to love that shit. John told you that, man. It wasn't nothing. Would have felt better than to see the dudes up in the nosebleed hollering, people over here hollering and talking about this, talking about that. You understand? And I shut him up. I shut him up. He get niggas thrown out the game. So far, on record, 3 niggas done call you a bitch. The Raymond, the White Howard, and Mario Chalmers. Mario said, I told a nigga the same thing. The White said, I told a nigga that I was out of job. Whoa. So you playing with a nigga livelihood, boy? Cause the nigga telling you the real about your phone ass? Yeah, Nico took the fall. Nico took the fall, and guess what? Anthony Davis with the Wizards now. So make it make sense. That shit don't make no sense out there. I'm telling you. Anybody go fuck with that nigga, their career crumble. Look at Delonte West. That man homeless. The man was a fucking millionaire. Cause you worrying about who dealing with your mama. Man, pipe or whatever. Whether he was a plumber or not, I don't know what he was doing. You had to be sedated. Sedated? Hey, your mama grown like a motherfucker, dog. You out here tripping over that. Like a nigga took it or something. I don't know, but like this weak mentality. Like when you think about sports, you think about will, effort, hustle, killer. You don't think soft. You don't think weak. You don't think shit. I'm about to join a super team. Fuck that. I'm about to build something and still get my ass whooped. That shit crazy. Yeah. Oh, Dirk beat Kobe. Dirk's up. Man, Kobe just came off with 3 of them things in a row and won 2 in a row. Shit, it was his time. Fuck. He wasn't beating him when he was at the top of his peak. And that nigga tried to cheat and let Dirk smoke his motherfucking ass. Why you ain't go check him? Saying y'all were talking about Marcus Gasol riled him out as defensive player of the year. Why you ain't go check Dirk? Bitch, you couldn't check Jason Terry and Burrell, let alone Dirk. They were cooking your ass. I never seen so many holes in the nigga armor, boy, and so many excuses. And you wonder why the league is in shambles, because niggas trying to follow in his footsteps. That's why I say I don't get mad at KD. I really don't, dog, because, but you gotta understand, bro, it's a business, right? Yeah, I'm putting myself in position to win and get money then. And that's what the fuck he did. That's the fuck I'm doing. Whether I get it done or not. But then you gotta think about it, because you made it, you still ain't winning. But I ain't winning, you ain't winning. Because you made it, everybody want to give you props for making it. Kobe Bryant told you nobody remembers second. You getting there to lose just to say you did something. Man, no, nobody don't remember second though, homie. Nigga know you got your ass whooped. If that was you on, if that was you on the TV last night, Kane beat your ass, nigga. Man, fuck Kane, nigga. Kane ain't gonna be laughing 5-0, get a hold of his tape. That nigga Chauncey like a motherfucker. Chauncey ain't give a fuck. That's how the role player is. By any means necessary, he gonna Chauncey your ass. Atlanta, bitch, y'all better beat them bitches Atlanta, I swear to God. Drinks on me if y'all win, you hear me? I'ma fire you out here with me, nigga. I'm gonna hook up with shit with nigga. You hear me? DJ Screw on me, nigga. You feel me? I just want to see some good game. I see Cleveland out here trying to handle business though. They putting foots in Toronto right now. They beating the dog shit out of them. So this might be something. This might be a good thing right now. Say, bro, listen, what's up with that KD not supposed to be playing now? I know this nigga ain't getting scared now. Come on, Atlantic. I'd rather take James Harden. That nigga about to duck that smoke. Go back and get James Harden and send that nigga to Cleveland. Talking about he questionable. Man, what's up with all that? You know Houston on rock like that. Damn, that's crazy. And guess what? The Thunder already got 70 picks. They're gonna be good whether they lose people or not, as long as they keep hitting on their draft picks. Cause look like they know what they're doing when they draft people and they develop them. They keep them for on their rookie contract, and you know after your rookie contract, yeah, they talking about this nigga talking about he questionable now. I ain't never heard no shit like that. And like I was telling people earlier in the video, I'm glad you in here. You could contest to this. They always was talking about these two supposed to be the best of the era. So now it's time for them two to put up. Y'all got normal teams. AR and Luca can't help you. So it's really mano a mano. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if you ask me, the role player have got better in shooting, but I don't trust him like I trust KD because I know KD is a pure scorer. You know what I mean? And far as height and shooting over defenders. But I don't know what KD I'm gonna get if and then they scam me Atlanta with this he questionable, he might not play. What you mean, Mike? Well, that shouldn't even be a might in that. Especially when it comes to a nigga y'all say better than me. That's another thing I don't like about this era. Boy, they always he duck the role player duck Giannis, Joel and B and Jokic be ducking each other. Like, how many superstars gonna be ducking the smoke when we supposed to see who the best? Dang, man, it's not basketball. Everybody ducking everybody. And then let's talk about this right quick too. Another thing. I'm gonna ask everybody a question. And let's keep it real. Remember when the season was out with the 19 and everybody was like, well, the smaller team, I mean the teams that should be able to have a shot should be able to play. That's how Devin Booker and the plan and all them started. You see what I'm saying? So, and I remember Dame saying in the bubble, the year after the bubble, that I mean the year of the bubble, he was saying, well, if we ain't got a chance to go to the playoff, I ain't going down there and play. And they was like, yeah, y'all can go down there and play. So they tried this shit out, boom, boom, boom. Shit went well or whatever. And then they trying to find out now how they can implement it into the real season. And when they did it, dog, I swear on everything, bro. I could have swore I heard the role player say this shit out his mouth. I'm gonna go back and fact check, but I know it's accurate because so many people that did a video on it, and it was like, man, you the one said they should have a bubble for the team. Now that you playing in it, I don't know who came up with this bubble idea, man. That was a stupid idea. Like, come on, bro. Like you, I don't know, but you just can't keep listening to people like that. They're confused the fuck out you. I ain't been lying to you. Now all of a sudden you don't know who came up with the Bubba idea and all that. Bubba's your ass. That was around the time Pat Bell said, man, y'all better stay woke, man. If LeBron said we playing, we playing. So how the hell he got more power than the league to say who playing and who not playing when people lives on the line? Cat done lost family members. You dig? My Trezarell had to go to a funeral. I don't know about Lou. I guess he just was hungry and tired of eating that jailhouse food. Cause they said LeBron was living like a cat. And that bitch a fat cat. He wasn't nowhere around them niggas. Had his own thing, everything. So we already know how that go. They already exposed that. And everybody who's saying it, coming out about it, they trying to backtrack and rekindle their statement, which I don't think that's right, bro. Cause you already done said it, like the Jeff Teagues of the world and all that. Man, you already done said it. And then the time frame add up when you said it. When you said that, think about when he was in Miami and it came down with that testing heavy and he missed those 2 weeks. That's why. That's why he missed those 2 weeks. And then he tried to backtrack that shit when people went to fact checking it and went to, ooh, that boy hit it right on in there. I was like, ooh, protection, huh? Protection. They, so that's how you know too. That's why a lot of people don't want to talk about that shit because they know the truth. That's why the real media don't want to cover that part of him. It's too many people saying that shit that on EPO. He got the same drug dealer. Shit, he did this. He on that balcony. But and then your stupid ass, all thing you got to say, I never cheated the game. You ain't going into detail. You ain't breaking it down. You ain't going at the niggas like you did Stephen A. Smith. Why you going around saying I'm using that shit, dog? You don't know me like that or anything. Like you just taking that shit, like you trying to brush it off. Cause what they say, if you don't say nothing, it's true. But shit, where I'm from, if a nigga say something false about you, you go check the nigga. That's the difference between our era and your era. Nigga can't be dragging your name through the mud and you know it ain't true. And they gonna make you look like a whole cow with a bitch out here. Some of a nigga already know you is, but because you done showed it multiple times, especially when Nazir Mohammed pushed your ass out the stadium. Nigga, it's like you was dust mopping the floor. You know who to fuck with. That's why it hurt me to my heart for y'all to think the Raymond a fucking tough guy. Cause a nigga put his nuts on your head. You swing your arm up like, man, don't do that shit like a normal nigga would. You could tell you hood a little bit, but then sometimes you be trying to perpetrate. Like I be saying the flaws and the chinks in your armor like everybody got, but dog, you be going too hard to have that many flaws and chinks in your armor because you don't do that with everybody. I know niggas that did that with everybody till they got their shot and went to jail and got killed. But you don't have no picks and chooses when you supposed to be like that. You think our enforcers in the 90s had picks and chooses shit? They was enforcing on everybody. I don't give a fuck who you were. They did it the job, nigga. Fuck. They was enforcing his ass like a motherfucker. And John played through all that shit. So what I'm saying is, bro, when that nigga did that to you, you went out like a sucker, nigga. Like Bilal said on House Party. And I'm standing on that, nigga. You went out like a sucker. I ain't signing your fucking agency, nigga. Fuck you in them $100 million. I'm gonna work on my game and my teammates gonna help me get that money. That's you ain't thinking like that though. You jump ship. And then it's like I'm disappointed in Steph in a way. Cause Steph, you can tell he ain't like that. He can't read the play. He ain't never been in no situation like that for him to pick on. And it just strung out and it lasted too fucking long. Now you stuck with the problem. Now Clay gone, Wiggins gone, KD gone, Wiseman gone, Looney gone. All these players that you won championship with, that you build a foundation that you can trust, that could have helped you win that game yesterday. The Raymond wasn't no fucking where to be found. A fucking sellout. Nigga came was help you score 15 points to win that game, bro. That shit crazy. 20 points. You don't have play no more. You know they was gonna blitz your ass. They blitzed your ass and made the other teammates beat you. That's all the fucking was, man. Good game plan by Phoenix Suns. Devin Booker had it going, had the midi going and everything else. Everybody else followed. Just a great all around win by the Phoenix Suns. Yeah, Draymond, he ain't built like that though. He ain't gonna come off no bench. He got too much pride. Cause one thing you ain't supposed to hear nobody playing sports is uh, what 20 and 10 gonna do? It ain't like gonna help us win. Boy, what? That's a loser's mentality. But the other one talking about what he did at Michigan State. He was a national player of the year and all that. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. The sun shines on the dog as every blue moon. You know what I mean? Once in a time. He ain't like he gonna do it all the time. Like he ain't consistent. Y'all like consistency. I ain't well, he ain't consistent enough for me. Fuck. And I forgot Jalen Green was a good pickup for them because now you got another dude that can handle the rock, more athletic. You got Dylan Brooks still doing his like that team. I don't know, bro. I just don't know what their problem is. Salute the Hitman and the Phoenix Suns, though. Hitman, that's his team. You feel me? Old school. They won on this bitch. And I seen Phoenix coming when they won that 8 in a row in the bubble, trying to make it in the play. But Portland wound up getting that spot. And then look, when you add Chris Paul, they go straight to the final. So that team was already, they just need a leader. That's why I don't like how all these teams still trying to gang up on these younger players and stack all these old ass teams up, knowing they can't last anyway. And the first thing they gonna do, man, we gotta get younger. Nah, nigga, stay old. Y'all want to try to jump and triple team on these young dudes and these young dudes running y'all old ass out the gym. That's all that is. Yeah, they've been giving the Nuggets problems. They always gave the Nuggets problems. And man ain't scared of them bitches, boy. And see that what I like about the Nuggets in that matchup, that's gonna be the most intensified matchup because you gotta understand the Wolves had their number the last few years, and they 10-3. I mean 7-3 against them this year, so they're not scared of them. And they've been dealing with a lot of injuries, and man, in and out the lineup, and they still was able to go 7-3 in those last 10 games that they played. So with that being said, only thing they got to do is just come out and play their game like they've been doing. And man, get hot. He hit that game winner from the three that time. Boom. Like, you know, that bitch gonna go 7. It's gonna go 6 or 7. It ain't like gonna be no sweep or no gentleman sweep unless some strata how the fuck I'm gonna say it? Categoric had happened. It just don't go that way. I like both of those teams because they match up good. And like I said, Jamal and man, Gobert, uh Gobert and Reed on Jokic. And you got Julius Randle for Aaron Gordon. You got Julius Randle for Aaron Gordon. And then you still got McDaniels. You still got DiVincenzo. So look, hey man, Minnesota ain't scared of them bitches. And I seen that already. And once a nigga saw how the Nuggets play, see, that's why people be on their helmet too, especially the Nuggets fans, because they know that Nikola Jokic shit don't win games. Jamal Murray don't get enough praise, dog. That's why I be trying to prop him up and talk the way I be talking, because I watched that young man come up as a as a peon since the bubble and drop 250-point games. That dude really be clutch like that dude ain't scared of the moment. And he gonna take that shot. I know a nigga gonna make the right basketball play though. He don't want that smoke. He don't want that on his resume, but he'll stat pad his way to a double-double to get them 10 points and to get that triple-double. That's what I like about the young player today, too. Whatever it takes the team to win. You say that game comes on next. Look like the Cavs handling it. No, the Cavs playing Toronto. New York play Atlanta. That's gonna be a good matchup. Cause guess what? Atlanta ain't no shuck pushover neither. And people thinking that it's all good. I like the young teams. They figured they had to get off Trey Young, and they got better. Look like they ain't in no plan. They was in the plan with Trey Young. Them niggas that wasn't in the plan this year. They made the playoff outright. That's what I like about the young teams. They coming up. They like you could tell great coaching staffs and people that want to win, people that want to get better. So and see, I expected Cavaliers to come out and do this because the backlash they been getting, the the early exits they been getting when picking people been picking them since Donovan Mitchell went over there with Garland and all that. Oh, they going to the championship. They going to the championship. Every year they been saying they going to the championship. James Harden 22 and 10, Donovan Mitchell 3rd and 14, 18 for 17, 10 for 19 for Donovan Mitchell, 18 for 17 for James Harden, and both of them went 4 for 7 from the three. So dynamic duo. If they could keep this up, they might got something. If they New York better not have a motherfucking excuse. But them fucking sewer rats they got over there, cause them bitches off the chain. Other than that, let Atlanta get them a hard game. They're not going nowhere. And it ain't about Atlanta giving them a hard game. It's just that New York should have the experience and they should have a whereabouts at this point since that team got together. Y'all got enough time to build chemistry and do what y'all need to do. So why y'all can't get there? Indiana took y'all hard. Indiana was younger than y'all. Y'all had more veterans and everything on that team. And Indiana stole that shit from y'all. Y'all gonna regret that one. That was y'all best chance. But then again, if you would have went out there against the Thunder, I don't think y'all would have matched up well with the Thunder, knowing how soft Cat is sometimes. And he like to do disappearing acts. So the Thunder would have beat them too. Like I just don't see man, look, on some real nigga shit, man. Man, them boys for real. The only people that could beat the Thunder is themselves, and that's injuries or something like catastrophic happen. I'm talking about 2, 3 of them they gotta get hurt for them niggas not to. They can win without Shea. If Shea go down, they still got enough weapons. They shows today, and they still got J Dub and everybody else. They miss J Dub, they got Shea. But 2 of them, yeah, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. I don't trust the Knicks though. If you really asking me, y'all done changed the philosophy. Y'all got Mike Brown, still tough, hard-nosed coach. Don't get it twisted. Defensive-minded coach too. But I don't know. They say Tibbs better than him. So if Tibbs is better than Mike Brown and y'all couldn't get that with him, how y'all gonna get that with Mike Brown? Like something ain't adding up. So it depends on how they play. I like Johnson. I like Kaminga. They got CJ over there. I think they got CJ McCollum over there, a veteran point guard that can still get buckets and do what he do. But that's gonna be a nice little drag down series too. I like the way the playoffs is matching up because people look at the Knicks and be like, "Yeah, they gonna win it." No, dog, it ain't gonna be easy though. It's not gonna be easy. That's the good part about it. Because then you're going against a younger team. They hungry too. And now they ain't got to worry about that ISO ball with Trey, not knowing if they going to get it and him just jacking up shit like that. The ball move, and the boys, yeah, they playing. They playing. See, when you got players like Trey Jokic, the role player who ball dominant, the ball don't move, Chris. And, you're going to get good shots here and there, but you got to hope your superstar be on every damn night, damn near when you playing like that. And then when it's easy, when you find a nigga weakness and it's easy to shut them down, and you make the role players beat you, now they ain't got no fucking rhythm. Because you ain't have them in rhythm the whole fucking season. So now you need them in these playoffs and these big game clutch moments. Now they can't hit these fucking shots. You got to change that shit, man. That's why the triangle was so sweet. Ball movement. Everybody was getting them fucking shots. If you open, you better shoot that bitch. That's why we practice. Scott Williams, the dude Livingston, Emus, Will Purdue, and Bill Winterton had the little 10, 14-foot jumper right there. Bang, hit your ass with that sniper. Walk up on you, hit you with the little 25 right quick. Hey. You need that in your arsenal, dog. The mid-range game is a lost art. And that's the best high percentage shots you can get. To me, that's what's a high percentage shot? A 2 or a 3? I'm just asking. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Because this new era got me so fucked up. They making the thing like the three is a better because you get one extra point, but you ain't gonna hit all of them. Houston shows you that going over 27. When that pressure on it, it bust pipes, boy. Kevin Durant shows you that when they lost a 3-1 lead against Golden State. When he went 10 for 31, 2 games. Keep jacking them bitches up. Keep jacking them up. Well, you could get right there in that mid range, that free throw area, back to the basket, shimmy shake, a footwork, a nigga to deck, and get them easy two and probably and one. That's your three right there. And you getting them in foul trouble. Y'all niggas make the game hard, man. I don't know, man. That like yeah, that's why it's hard to watch. But I guess y'all make that shit so hard. Everybody won't check out the fast breaks, bro. Check this out, bro. I've been watching basketball since the 80s. Now check this out. When you used to see Showtime Lakers, Boston, the Sixers, Atlanta, Detroit, Dallas, Milwaukee, Denver, all the teams, tell me when you saw fast break and everybody just stop at the 3-point line. Just everybody. Ain't nobody cutting to the basket. Ain't nobody running to the front of the rim. Jackson Hayes do it a lot because he ain't got no other choice. But I'm just saying, and like the DeAndre, uh, what the boy name was, the dude for the Clippers, DeAndre, I forgot his last name, whatever the fucking name is, him. Like them niggas, they and Tyson Chandler, yeah, they run to the front, they live runners, they run runners. So you gonna get them type people. But I'm just saying, like for small forwards, shooting guards, wings and shit. Normally everybody running to the rim. I just see niggas run to the corner and run to the wing. So this dude will have a wide open lane, can get an and one and a foul, but he rather kick it out, back out, and get a tough percentage shot and pass up on it easy too. That shit crazy. All thing you had to do was have another nigga cut down there with you, and you could bounce past it to him. That what made Jordan and Pippen them so great. Their defensive transition, they'll get that bitch. Ain't no nigga, yeah, DeAndre Jordan. Ain't no nigga running to no fucking 3-point line. Nigga running to the front of the rim, boy. Nigga trying to kiss the backboard, tap that bitch or something. That shit used to look sweet when you lay that bitch up and tap the backboard up. I said, I wish I could jump that high. Nigga small as a motherfucker. I'm 5'9". I'm spud way around this motherfucker compared to the trees nigga was playing against when I was coming up. Cause remember, we had real basketball. You had 7-foot center, 6'10", 6'9". Jordan was 6'6", nigga. Y'all centers is 6'6". The Raymond is 6'6". And I almost think he really 6'6". You couldn't put him in no fucking arrow and talking about he was gonna dominate no fucking real fours and fives. Stop it, man. Especially the niggas who had skills that can play back to the basket and turn around and jump shot your ass and hook shot your ass to death and put their nuts in your fucking face and neck. Bitch, you crazy. I seen that, dog. See, that's what I'm saying. That's not basketball, dog. Jimmy Butler did that shit against Boston too. We got a 2-on-1 break. Instead of that nigga putting the pressure, I think that was Al Horford. That nigga stopped and jacked up a three. When you had Tyler Hero or that was Kyle Lowry coming down the lane, and you could have played the 2-on-1 game and just bounced past that nigga and laid that bitch up, and we could have won that game. And that would have been 3 finals that we'd have went to that year. Because we win that game, we going to the finals. That's why I went to game 7. And them bitches beat us. And I was mad. Just bad basketball, dog. Just bad basketball. Ain't nothing fundamental about that shit, dog. And them niggas, swear to God, they cold, they much skill, they jump higher. Man, they don't give a fuck about all that shit. That shit ain't got nothing to do with putting that bitch in no fucking basket. Give a fuck how skilled you is, how high you can jump. Bitch, is that motherfucker going in or not? You can't fool me with that bullshit. And then you gotta think about this too. Go look at his clutch moments with the Lakers. That boy like 2 for 29 or some shit, 2 for 32. That boy can't hit a shot to save his soul. They got a whole compilation out here going about that nigga. But they keep talking about he clutch. Look what he doing at 41. Nobody ever did that. Yeah, nigga bricking. Shit. You right, nobody ain't ever did that. And why is that need to retire? He the only one bricking right now. He need to brick his ass right out of the league. That nigga ducked the thunder and played against the weak teams. That shit was crazy. Come back front run and get the jazz like he doing something. Man, stop it. Man, that's see what I'm saying? You can't call that real basketball. Bitch, you already missed 20 games. What you wrestling for now? Something always hurt. Then you say you go to LeBron James' feet, nigga. What happened to the doctor of LeBron James' feet? Because you ain't never had surgery yet. Bitch. So what the fuck is going on with that? You just be lying, man. Any excuse when you get your ass whooped. I broke my hand. And, took me out of rhythm a little bit. Bitch, you was out there dunking and still blocking, catching that shit off the backboard. They got footage of that too. Bitch, you just be lying. I see we love to hear lies. That's all people do is lie on the internet. They don't tell you the truth no more. Cause they want the views and they want that paper. They want that check. But guess what? I don't be tripping on that shit. I'm here to have fun, build, meet new people, and wish everybody well because guess what? We need more voices. I don't want to just be the only one doing this shit. That's why I'm trying to learn how to drop that link so everybody can start coming on this bitch. I got my brother about to help me do that shit though. So it's gonna be easy. So once I get that down pat, I'm gonna be on this bitch like a real job on and popping. You feel me? Give it down. Cause I won't hear what everybody gotta say. That was my whole intentions of doing this type of stuff too. But then when I be doing it and I try to post it in the chat, it never won't go in the chat. I did everything right. And that's when I had my computer, but I never tried it on my phone. And I won't do nothing wrong and bump my ass out and can't get back on. I'm old school. I don't know nothing about that new technology shit, but I wish I did because when we was in school, we had computer, but it wasn't up to the level like this with no editing and all that. It was just teaching you how to type, where the letters was, where you ain't got to look at them, and how to alt your fingers. It wasn't like with none of this shit that y'all got to learn how to do computer, where you could edit it and make money off that shit. We ain't know nothing about none of that shit. So it's a good thing. That's what I'm saying. He ducked the thunder, and then that nigga won't come out and play against Utah and the other weak teams that he know ain't about to be in the playoffs. So look, tonight is the real challenge. This game right here over. Uh, Game one Raptors playoff history 5-17 overall. Damn, 1-8 on the road. 0-3 against Cleveland. So they about to be 0-4. And that was around the LeBron days when they talking about the 0-3. So LeBron used to put foot in there the road play. He like beating up on the Raptors. Yeah, I'm about to cut it on now. Cause this game over. They got like 30 seconds on my end. But I'm just chilling here. You know what I mean? Enjoying life. Chopping it up with the fam. You heard me? Y'all fam to me. I don't know nothing about no fans. Fuck. I ain't got no fans, nigga. We all in the same fucking struggle together. I don't want nobody to look at me like that. No, indeed, no. Nigga, I want everybody got a voice. I want to hear what everybody gotta say. It ain't mean I gotta agree with it. I don't want y'all to agree with everything I say. And that would make the show fire too, because it's supposed to be a debate. I don't be tripping on being wrong or having a disagreement here and there. As long as it stay mutual, that's how it's supposed to go. That would make the show fun and live. I just don't approve of people ducking smoke and then coming on here making an excuse for it making the show bad, knowing this nigga thug of the smoke. So you just trying to find any little thing. Nah, get from over here with that fucking trolling. Nigga, take y'all lick like a fucking man. You dig what I'm saying? Cause like I say, without the bubble, that nigga got the same fucking career Kawhi had. And Shannon Sharp ain't gonna tell you that. When Kawhi went to the Clippers, he made the fucking playoffs his first year. When LeBron went to the Lakers his first year, he ain't make the playoffs. So I don't want to hear that shit. That's why he needed Anthony Davis. You ain't gonna talk about Anthony Davis had that nigga with a 2-1 lead against Phoenix, and that nigga couldn't come through. He was leaving the game early with 5 minutes left on the clock and shit, walking out from off the man. How you do that, man? How y'all respect a nigga like that? Why nobody don't cover shit like that? It's all day, David. You feel me? That's how it's supposed to go. Look, I came up like that. I'm not gonna lie. People think the 90s was the 5 years, dog, but I swear to God, that's when they got wild and hectic because it got harder. But the 80s, bro, I swear it was way more family oriented than the 90s. It wasn't no gun violence. And if you was getting hit with that iron in the 80s, I'm telling you, you had to do something that was real egregious and it was worth it. Cause a nigga know you was gonna do it to them eventually. You can't let this shit slide. But there was more old heads, it was more old timers. It wasn't the young niggas that was out here doing it. That's why you have them niggas that tell you say they'll get from around here. They'll run you inside, and then before you know it, shots will ring off. But now, shit, nigga ain't telling you ain't nothing. Nigga just come around that bit letting loose. Kids getting hit, people getting hit, wrong people getting, and they think that shit gangster, man. That shit phony like a motherfucker. It ain't no stability, it ain't no structure. That's not family, dog. There's too many babies and kids losing their life out here with that wild gunfire. Because you trying to make a name and show how gangster you is. And that's sad, dog. That's not even what's fucked up. That shit's sad. It's pitiful. And then when you take that mug picture, you on that bitch looking like Franklin Hatchet. You won't cry, you ready to rat. Come on, man. That shit ain't for everybody, man. They say what busy sees. Skis in one car. Hell yeah. Dog. And then that's another thing too. That's the difference between the day. They be talking about that Pooh Shiesty, like he invented that shit. Dog, Pooh Shiesty did not invent no fucking ski man. That shit been around way before that nigga was fucking balling. Y'all young niggas act like that shit cool. Niggas really used to wear that shit. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm just I'm just trying to make sense of it all. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to make sense of it all. And I ain't knocking. You know, if you think you did something, you think you started a trend of movement, that's all on you. But a nigga been playing with ski masks, man. Mr. Ivan with the hockey mask. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mr. Ivan with the hockey man, nigga been playing with ski masks. Nigga, man, what the fuck? But I don't know what the fuck wrong with these niggas, but I ain't let C40 for nothing, man. When I tell you I'm just keeping it like I let a nigga handle their own business. Back then it was more structured. Now you can't handle your business with nobody because you're gonna wind up in that bank. And and at the end of the day, bro, it ain't much worth it when you come to think about it. And like I told y'all, every nigga that I know that went on a lick with somebody, they wind up getting popped. When you do dirt by yourself, no matter how bad it is, you just gotta be on your shit. I don't give a fuck if it take you 2 years to scope them niggas out. If you if you If you on your shit, you'll get your lick back. Just don't bring nobody with you, man. Certain shit you gotta go to your grave with no matter how much it hurt. But that shit, dog, that it's not fun, dog. That's all I'm gonna tell you. And when you look at it from on the outside looking in and you really don't know, that's why I'm telling you. You could tell the Raymond hood. He done played a lot of games. You know, he used these bully tactics. Steph ain't come up like that. So he don't know how to handle no nigga like that. He ain't, man, I ain't fucking with that nigga, man. Nigga might try to snap on me and shit like that. I can see how he be thinking. Yeah, feel that feel press park. Man, I came up in press park too. My grandma used to stay back there. We went to Elvis, I went to Carver, I went to Moulton, I went to St. Philip. Nigga, the nine is my home, my stomping ground. The desire, I'm from the Florida. My daddy stayed across the canal. My ATT stayed across the man. I got people all over that bitch, all uptown. But I just don't talk about it. I just don't brag about it. I know a lot of people. People into what they into. I just don't talk about it. You know what I mean? I don't like open up old wounds like that. You know, look, they're kicking in doors, and nigga, kicking in doors, and kicking in doors. Let it be known, my nigga. Man, nigga been rocking that feel. That hustler, return of the hustler, that retaliation with cheddar on that thing. Man, that him on that camouflage down with LOG with that wall banging. Man, man, classics, man. Ricky B, MC, MCL out the seven wall. Man, I could go way back, boy. The Ballad Boys, MC Spud, MC Thick, niggas all across the river and shit. Nigga, we represented everybody. Nigga, Joe Black, nigga, we put everybody on. Like it wasn't like that back then. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how that shit started. That shit just got wild in the 90s. That, for whatever reason, that shit just got wild. I'm talking about when the old heads went to dying, going to jail, it wasn't no structure neither. So the young niggas disrespect it. No, it was like zero tolerance because that's how they was raised and that's how they was taught. You feel me? So it just one thing led to another. And then back then, like I said, we used to fight. But this where the problem came in at. You get your ass whooped, a nigga gonna put that steering wheel in your back like on that fucking minutes. I'm telling you, boy, if that was you on that TV, boy, it can't beat your ass. And that gonna make you want to kill him. Your boy just killing you the whole time, your eye looking stupid, your lip all fucked up, your nose bleeding. Nigga really beat the fuck out you out there. I seen niggas come back and kill niggas on the school ground like that. That shit ain't crazy. Like I ain't see it with my own eye, but I'm saying it happened at one of the schools I went to. Niggas done come in that bitch and try to get that nigga, that niggas jumping out that second floor and shit. Nigga, that shit was like lean on me, the principal for real. Like that shit was crazy. Nigga coming that bitch, starting that dope, coming that bitch with 357s and shit. I'm looking, and these niggas on the football team. I'm looking at these niggas like, that's why we can't fucking win. Y'all niggas out here, Bobby Boucher out on that Bobby and Whitney. That's when I graduated, like 97. Dog, that's what I'm telling you. Dog, around them days right there, I was supposed to graduate in 95. But like around about 1990, 1991, they went to robbing for J's and starter jackets. They were robbing for them J's and starter jackets, like, and it was killing people behind that shit that we was refusing. That was the sad part. Kids and everything. I don't give a fuck. Work, people work. Nigga, you ain't much had to hustle. If you had a starter jacket and some J's, nigga was gonna rob your ass. So that what made niggas start buying guns. And told you, your mama came was no, what happened to your stuff? Oh, I got robbed. Oh, rabbit, man, shit. You don't want to know. I don't give a fuck with mama. You can't play the game like that. No, indeed, no. But at the end of the day, shit, if you do let your mama play the game like that, man, your mama be dead as a fucking doorknob. I said, Mom, I'm gonna get it back. I'm cool. Well, you better do nothing to it. Nah, I ain't talking about it like that. But you know, I got a job. You got me with a summer job. I just buy it over. Well, don't be wearing it out. man, look, I'm not about to do, but look, I'm a shit. When you young, you don't know. And that turn you into something that you'll never think you'll ever be because now you gotta protect what you work hard for. And that now that's turning you into something that you don't want to be because that's the type of niggas you walking past and hanging around every day. And you don't know these niggas like that, but they just in your neighborhood. And like I said, always be the people that you know. It ain't gonna never be a person that you don't know. Yeah, Daddy O, man, I forgot about Daddy O. He got killed in that car accident. Say dog, that nigga Craig just said, yeah, that was some fucked up shit with that JR shit. But dog, he had to protect himself. Fuck nigga playing with me. You hear me? Nigga trying to take my shit. What else I supposed to do? They all jumping me and all that. Man, ain't no fucking way. Man, that bitch coming out real quick. Now I can see if y'all want one on one and say if I lose you, I'll get it to you or something. But y'all trying to ride me, man. That's self defense all day. I don't give a fuck how you look at it. I don't give a fuck who gun it was, whether it was mine. The only thing they could do if it is his gun and he ain't got no papers on, they could give him a little light little work for illegal carrying a gun or a convicted felon with a gun or something, or give him a charge because he ain't had no papers on it. But other than that, they can't hit him with no murder, no attempt. That shit gone. That's out the window. But Daddy, I used to bump that nigga, boy. I was at John Mack when that nigga came out. That Daddy used to go hard too. That boy say 7 wall soldier, Saint Bernard warrior. Yiggity ain't gonna get your gat, boy. Don't make me black. Ow, when that bitch would go off. Boy, when that bitch go off in the school dance back in the day, boy, that nigga used to start fighting. I ain't gonna lie. You can't put that on, that Soldier Slim. You can't put that UNLV on. If you put that Pimp Daddy on, nigga trying to fuck some nigga on the mole, nigga roll the hard on the mole in that bitch. But other than that, any other time the song you put on in that bitch, nigga gonna start Lil Slim, nigga in that bitch rapping. You know what I mean? And I would have never did that shit, dog. I don't know what made him do it. And people trying to make it seem like Jay Prince had drinking had something to do with that shit. I don't know, man. Like I said, I stay out people business. It's just all entertainment to me at the end of the day. And now you'll never hear me talk on that. But that was a crash. That was a crash dummy move because you fucking one of the niggas that's on right now. That nigga way on than him. What was you trying to take his jury for anywhere? Why y'all even beefing with this nigga? Like that shit should have never got to that point. You did. Yeah, Slim was the instigator though. That red run. Here we go. They had a whole dance to that bitch. You had to know the dance to go with it. So that's what I'm saying. Talent shows, block parties, DJs, fucking high school dances, boy, wedding receptions. Man, that was the good old days. Nigga, that shit used to go hard. Sweetheart dance, primes. Nigga, we used to have Easter dances and everything. At Nick. That shit, Nick was my when I left John Mack to go to Nichols. That was the best years of my life. And I used to like the Mac, but it was just something about the Mac, dog. The Mac used to be hot. Then he had you with that black on. You had black pants with a white shirt. But that son used to be tearing nigga ass up in that black. I said, man, I gotta get the fuck up out this black man. And I only went there because of the band. I was gonna play football till I seen the niggas in there. Dog, them niggas had guns and snorting dope and shit. I was like, boy, I went to fucking camp for the summer. I'm in that bitch different ways. I'm just watching these niggas. I'm just like, man, ain't no fucking way. So when school started, the coach asking me, you still playing? I said, I don't know. I said, man, I'm good, bro. I ain't gonna lie. So I joined the band. That's what I went there for anyway. Yeah, the ghetto twins from that nine. They went to Nichols too. So they used to do talent shows at Nichols and everything, bust they raps in that bitch at our school. Mystical, Big Boy, Partners in Crime, all them niggas used to come to our talent shows and open up and rap in that bitch and get that bitch lit. Yeah, boy, I'm telling you, that was the good old days, the 90s. But as far as family oriented, man, the 80s, that nothing could ever outdo the 80s to me, bro. Because when I tell you, You could have went anywhere and and somebody was gonna know your people and they was gonna protect you at all costs and they was gonna bring you ass. Yo, boy, your mama knew you around here. Oh, you could lie if you want. I wish the fuck you would. For the whole from where you got caught at back to that fucking house, gonna have a belt right there waiting for your ass. And you ain't never did that shit again. Do it again. You better be telling, yes, Miss Mabel. Yeah, boy, you ain't no disrespect and nothing, boy. See, these niggas don't know what's going on, bro. And they took that out, they took that away, which is sad. But at the end of the day, that's why you got what you got going on. Because they want to put control and protect your kid. That's why you got a lot of them in the grave and a lot of them in jail. They done took all your rights away just so they can do it. And these little niggas out here really crashing out instead of want to be home, they want to be grown early. I think that was one of the biggest mistakes I left. Soon I graduated at 19, I left. And and I ain't have to. I just rushed to be grown. You know what I mean? And once you know that some people is forced and have to do the shit, but I ain't had to do the shit. You know what I mean? And that's why when I look back on my life, some things you regret, and I swear to God, that's one of them because I had stability and I had people that was teaching me the right way. I just was becoming a product of my environment, and I ain't want to be looked at as like one of them. You know what I mean? But then again, I don't give a fuck how a nigga look at me now. Cause that they ain't the nigga that's putting money in my pocket. And I seen that shit. Everybody wanna be clicked up and do this now. Even with this Ben 10 situation. No, check this shit out. Bruh, how many people you think gonna ride for that dude? That dude probably paralyzed, probably lose his life down the line. This is another brother gone. Now you done left kids out here and all that shit, dog. And nigga ain't gonna be there for him. They might be there for him the first 2, 3 years, but then after that, that shit gonna fade away like everybody else. Unless that's your real family member. Like certain people, you can just hold on forever. Like I know I do. And everybody that was in my life that impacted my life that I lost, whatever kind of way, and they not here no more. I still mourn over them people because some things you gonna do in life gonna remind you of that person. And then now you back feeling, damn, I wish my people was here, man. Damn, my people told me this. Damn, my people showed me this. Told me it was gonna be like this. But at them times, you wanted to be grown. You thought you knew it all. You didn't want to listen, so you wanted to jump out that head first instead of do it the right way. See, ain't nothing wrong with doing it the right way. I had to learn that shit the hard way. Everybody won't be in a rush to get it. Skip the line to get it. Nah, man, take your time, man. Everything happens for a reason. It's gonna come, especially if you working and you keep pushing and you not giving up. Only the ones that don't get it is the ones that quit and give up. You know what I mean? So they gotta take a shortcut. They gotta start telling you lies to get views. They gotta start telling you lies to get clickbaits and use titles and help us for this one and lie for that one, trying to get them in the algorithm. Like you helping up for somebody, you on their side instead of just telling the real about it. You know what I mean? Sometimes the shit'll go your way, sometimes it don't. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But you ain't always right, man. I don't want to keep hearing about every time a nigga say something. First of all, but nigga keep dragging your name out here on different little shit every other year. Every year you into something. Nigga is you, nigga. Fuck. Cause you always into something. You always enter another nigga business, and then when you speak on it, the nigga say, "Man, you had that. You shouldn't have said that, dog. That shit ain't go like that." But then you be like, "Man, I'm a street nigga. I got a whole bunch of street standards. I'm talking about the PC. Nah, man, fuck all that. You ain't talking about dog. At some point, like I said, when you gonna evolve and let that shit go? Nigga, you about to be 70 years old talking about PC. Man, stop it. You say what started the PNC? No, it was just some. First, it was on wax. It was on wax, and it was more Yellow Boy, R.I.P. Yellow Boy. And you know, Yellow Boy, a real street nigga. If you make a song about him, he trying to do you something for real. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why you making a song about me? but they used to make songs about people. Fuck, what really stirred it up because PNC made a record album when they came out with their second album when the beef had kicked off. They had like it went on for a minute, dog. See, people think that Cash Money No Limit shit. No, it was Cash Money and Big Boy. Them niggas had Mystical, PNC, the Ghetto Twins, Fiend. Well, they had a roster over there. And all them niggas could spit fire, you feel me? So when they got into it from doing these little talent shows and opening up at different little clubs, the shit just kept balling over, kept balling over. And when the nigga dropped their second album, they got a cover of them on Six and Barone pissing on them niggas set. And on the song they said that. You dig? They made a whole song about the shit. No, KLC was with Parkway. KLC never was with Big Boy. Sinister on the Track was with Big Boy for a minute and Precise. It was Precise and Sinister on the Track. You dig what I'm saying? And Sinister on the Track, that nigga nice. They was with that soccer ball and shit. LOG, Juvenile, all them niggas went cahoots with that soccer ball and shit. Sinister still making beats too. But KLC, he a big dog. He a legend. He one of them. He one of them ones. Nigga ain't gonna never disrespect that, and cause his work and his work had to speak for itself. I'm just being honest, dog. Nigga ain't fucking with that. You know how people say who the best out of him and Manning? Man, ain't the man. We ain't about to discuss that. Ain't no best. Them niggas on the same level, damn near. They not that far apart. You like what you like. You dig what I'm saying? But both of them niggas is legends in our own in our city, dog, for real. And dog, whatever they touch, yeah, it's like that. I don't give a damn who on the beat, who if they any beat them niggas drop, that bitch gonna be a smash. That bitch gonna be a smash. You got, like I said, you got other DJs like Precise and Sinister on the track. You got Big Heavy. Man, you got niggas that was really doing their thing, mixing on that bitch. And forget the one that I'm missing because there was a lot more, bro. Like it, and the originator, DJ Jimmy, DJ Tucker, scratching, like Gregory D. Man, shit, the list goes on, man. The list goes on. And Jubilee took that shit to a whole new heights with the dancing with it. Yeah, that shit went crazy. And they had a nice little run. The 90s for the music and all that shit, boy, they had a nice little run. They like, and that's the sad part about it too, because when you was able to see Cash Money came in the 90s, the early 90s. People was messing around with it probably, but they wasn't out. Because like I say, the only people that was in the streets at that time was Parkway Records, Tombstone Records, with LOG now. You had Cash Money, you had Big Boy. You had a couple of more, you had the Ballad Boys, you had Full Pack. You had a couple of more, you had Take 4, Jubilee. You know what I mean? But, dog, man, come on, man. Shit. That Big Boy and Cash Money shit was serious, boy. That shit could have went crazy. That shit could have went either way, but they kept that shit on wax somehow. They kept that shit on wax. They kept that shit on wax, and they made good music, dog. When you pained up and you into it, and that's the only way you can express your feelings. I read it. That's just like battle rapping to me. As long as it don't get no further than that. But you got some niggas that be street with it, and they don't. Man, hold up. But that nigga said, man, chill. Nigga be embarrassed. Nigga want to do you something. A nigga feel like, man, you talking too much, man. Well, I'm supposed to know that, or whatever the case may be. I don't know. So I'm just speculating. I ain't lying. I don't know how them niggas be thinking. You feel me? But good music was out there, man. Like R.I.P. Pimp Daddy. Boy, what? This shit crazy. Lil Slim. Fuck. Boy, so many names. when Burger did, man, it first made that buck jump time, man, the city went crazy. And see, around that time, everybody was talking about California with the Bloods and Crips. And them boys had, I ain't gonna say they took a shot at them, but to me it was because they was trying to make it seem we don't, to me they were saying we don't do that down here. So they was like, let me see Cali walk through the Cali, yo. But they knew Pete had connections out there. I ain't saying they was on no beef shit, but everybody was connected. Everybody knew each other at that time because nigga was like really out here doing their thing. You dig? So nigga know the stories about P and his family and them in that Cali, yo. So it was way more hitters. Sam Scully was living there. Fucking Glenn Metz was out here at the time. Boy, with so many hitters, Meatball. Boy, that's what I'm saying. These niggas used to dress up like women. Y'all seen the documentaries and heard the stories. Yeah, Kilo G, PMW. Yeah, all them niggas. So, bro, it's, like I said, so many names. I'm forgetting a lot of motherfuckers. Low Key from Carter Canal with that torture. That nigga, man, it's so many people that had talent, bro. But like I say, when Baby them was independent so long, Pete and them came independent, knocked the door down really, and showed you how to really get the independent money. That's probably why Baby and them still independent so long. But Baby tell you, he didn't really know the game. But if they did know, see, Pete knew. Pete learned the game from all the West Coast, fucking with E4